to Cherrywood again.
The Cherrywood. Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to Late Night. We were a little late night because Tim was having such a good time on his live and you guys were all over there hanging out that
Well
we
done,
decided
Tim.
we'd just hang out back here and just bullshit with each other while you guys were bullshitting and having fun with Tim. So, how y'all doing?
Yeah, we were just chilling in the poop chute, you know?
Poop shooting it up.
They like the
Poop,
back
poop
door.
shoot,
I don't.
And,
poop shooting boogie.
and the poop chute was getting deep.
It's getting deep. The waiters came on.
Loki has now had a name change. He is now Rogue Pony.
He is Rogue Pony. So anytime you see Loki, it's Rogue Pony.
Here's the link, HBR. Ooh, let me copy it. I know we're late, but we are the late night crew, and we decided to let everybody hang out at the Street Teams channel, Triple T channel, Fusions channel. So we decided we'll just be late tonight. So
We do what we
Okay.
want.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, we are
Hey,
late
Michael Payne.
usually anyway, but
Joe,
we put it in our
Victoria.
name. So there you have it.
yep.
HBR.
It was going to be a music night, but
Hey,
because
Desiree.
it's so late, we can't do music tonight because after midnight, we know what YouTube does. It likes to clip your streams. So
Damn.
we gonna hold off till later on in the week on my next live, and from there we will play our 90s. So start thinking about 90s solo male artist.
Yep,
So-
and that's going to be on Lori's channel because none of us want to do that.
I'm telling you right now, you're definitely going to have to punish Tim with the Chris Gaines reaction.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got to do it. The whole album.
That's got to be added to the wheel for members only. You fuck up, Tim, you're going to have to listen to Chris Gaines' song.
He said he's not gonna do that. He is
Well, if it's on the wheel, he's going to have to, you know?
he won't
Hey,
even let it.
Dubs.
He makes up the wheel.
Jesse, Maria, Meg,
What's up,
hey,
everybody?
we're filling up quick.
That's what I said, because Tim did it. Hey, Dobson, how you doing? He's got an explicit channel, guys. You know what that's going to be. He's going to dig our explicit language.
You
This
came
is
to
the
right
late
place.
night crew. We get from cars to triple X and everything in between. Hey,
The whole-
Maria,
Yeah, I was hanging
how
out.
you doing?
I was hanging out in the Dobson channel today.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dobson? What up, brother? Yeah,
Who's
Dobson
that?
is the one I was showing the dictionary to.
Okay.
Dobson.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I went and hung out in his chat today. I enjoyed it. It was great. So
Yep.
if somebody could drop his link,
it's usually-
then more people can connect with him.
Yep.
I'll do that.
Drop
I
a
got it
link.
up.
Drop that
It's usually a
link.
good time over there.
Hey, Naughty. Hey, Janie. How's it going? Thank
Oh,
you
no.
for
Whole band
coming
together
by.
right now?
Hey, Janie.
Is this the
Marty.
whole crew? We're all
The
together?
whole band
We-
together.
Together.
It's
And it's
on.
not even a
Holy crap.
Friday.
No, it's
The band back
sweet,
together.
baby. Woo!
Yep.
I clicked the wrong
Just
thing.
one time at band camp.
I done screwed up.
Should we elaborate on that, Camo?
Huh?
What did you do at Bandcamp, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, I never went to band camp. Never went to- I was trying to think of something funny to say, and nothing hit me. So I was like, man,
I was playing with instruments.
yeah, and flutes. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. You were playing flutes? You
Not
sure you don't
me.
want to change the instrument?
No.
It was
What, the
great to
oboe?
meet you,
What do you
too,
want me to change
Maria.
it to? You're blowing on everything, and it's fucking.
I was gonna
bang.
say an oboe don't sound much better, and the drums
I
just
know.
make you
That's
sound.
what I'm saying.
You know.
You
I guess you could go with a stringed instrument.
Man, what were
I
you
don't
playing
know.
that with?
you were blowing on stuff at Bandcamp. All right.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You were being banged on or blown on. So, yeah.
That's a win for everybody, you know?
Little drummer boy.
Well, this went sideways quick.
They want to know what kind of flute you were playing there, blowing on there, Camo.
Oh, I ain't blowing on shit.
What
Let's just get that.
I don't
was
think
that?
he asked what poop
Right
what
down
poop
Steam
you. Well, I'm glad you can make it too, Maria, before bed. I know we're definitely a late show, so it's Yeah, it's late for a lot of people. We're insomniacs, and we just kind of, met
Wow.
each other that way.
Joe says he plays the epidermis flute.
Oh my.
That's why his teeth stay white. You know, all that skin flakes. He's got all those skin flakes on the teeth.
Is that similar to the skin flute?
I think that's the cousin.
That's it.
Or epidermis.
It's
Epidermis
the base
is the skin.
Makes sense.
No,
He
it's the
was
same
playing
thing.
with trainees. He was with trainees all week. We got to give him a break.
Yeah.
All right, HBR, you're making me dizzy with up and down, up and down.
Up and down. What's
I
that?
Oh
don't
my!
know what he's doing.
See?
Come on.
He's making us dizzy, up and down, up and down. HBR is playing musical notes with his computer right now.
At least he's not showing his cock like he normally does. He comes up with that little tiny cock and shows us.
Ooh, yep.
Oh,
He's got that
Zipper wide
morning.
open.
He likes his morning wood.
This is a little tiny gherkin he's been sharing with us lately.
Ooh.
It's just that gherkin kind of community, I guess. We're seeing gherkins pop up everywhere.
Well,
oh, less gherkin.
And more jerkin. It might have stretched it if they would have done it a little better.
Oh boy.
boy.
This is a distinct.
Are you with us, HBR? No. See, I'm not even going to say hi to him anymore because I'm getting dizzy.
Oh, he'll get it dialed in here in a minute.
Maria said one time in band camp, look at that.
What you do?
She said one time in band camp, she stuck a flute in her and then she let it drop.
Oh.
Hey, nephew.
Right in her ear.
Oh, you know he did some dirty shit at band camp.
Oh, we know
Oh.
Sue does.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, Desiree, it's back there.
brother?
Trust me. She's trying to hide
No,
it in the
that deer-
darkness, but I still see
Hey,
it.
Artie. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, Artie.
Long time no see. It's good to see you, Artie.
What's up?
Oh,
I know. I tell her that we miss having her and John live.
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like I think I caught his last live. I enjoy listening to Ja talk. So you need to tell him to fire that thing up every once in a while.
Fired up.
Fired up.
Hey, Victoria, how are you?
As long as I'm down here throwing links up.
Everybody, whoever has a channel and you have a wrench, please put your channels up. You know how it would go? Let's go. Okay, so one time at band camp, Hillbilly fingered my donut hole. Whoa!
Oh, my.
Oh,
Hey,
We are.
yeah. Hey, keep
Damn.
telling these stories. We need to hear these stories.
Dang.
Keep letting those.
That's
fly.
why HBR keeps jumping off the panel. He
That's
doesn't
why
want to be
ran away
exposed.
so quick. That explains that.
We figured it out.
He heard band camp and he's like, "I'm out of here."
I'm out of here. They're gonna figure out what I was doing.
Fingering donut holes or whatever it was.
It's like those chocolate Star Crunches.
Mm.
It's definitely
Little
crunchy.
crunchy.
With what Sen eats, you can imagine.
Ooh.
That could be some crunchy
Oh,
Star Crunch.
Did you see all the snacks that Lori pulled out last night, Camo?
Oh, I did.
It was all cream pies, man. She's definitely got something with them creamy
Everything
centers.
had cream in it.
But they're not.
Everything.
I don't eat that. As you can tell, I do eat all that, it was for Jackson
Hey,
and Tim.
this is a no judgment zone. You don't have to explain.
Hey, you do
I
it.
really
You do
like
what you do.
I do
Yeah,
not
do
like
you.
that stuff, but I
Hey.
do know like the oatmeal cream pies, the what else did I have that had
The
cream in it?
scones or whatever.
you
had.
just say she don't like cream pies, but the
Nope.
first thing she lists is the cream pies.
Because
All the cream pies.
It's all for
Oh, the pie.
Jackson likes the oatmeal cream pies. He liked those little wafer cookies and he likes the
yeah.
Stop
cupcakes.
taking our weird jokes to kids. It's making it weird.
Now-
These are your treats.
They're always in there for him, but
Take your
you
abuse
know,
with grace.
this kid loves his bananas, his strawberries, and his grapes. He can eat those and strawberries every day of the week. He loves those.
That's how much.
See, Artie's got Twinkies. She forgot
Respect.
about. But like those Oreo chocolate cream puff, those were Tim's.
Again with the cream pies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Tim likes his cream pie.
Hey,
Hey, Dobson, this is true. I can't argue that with you.
Do not ask to be added to my stream and then jump down when I add you.
He got scared of the cream pies.
Yeah, I heard the cream
That's all.
pies. Is there all my snacks are getting out there?
Well, Dobson,
Yeah,
I don't
she-
eat cream pies. I'm Italian and I like sausage. I do not eat cream pies.
Interesting.
I don't know who you're lying to, but you're not confusing any of us.
Nope.
Yeah. If you guys aren't confused, then something's wrong.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta ask. You know what I mean? Somebody's just gotta get out there and ask them.
Meg, do not choke out your husband because you will be accused of domestic
You never
violence.
know. You know?
You got to be careful.
Hey, just delete that comment, and then it's not premeditated.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey, I found out what happened to all that cheese, by the way.
the old craft cannons.
I say, did you see that cake picture I posted in our private chat earlier?
Yeah.
I threw up, by the way. That made me throw up for sure.
That was.
We now know what happened to the cheese.
Ooh, man.
Yep.
Joe said his snacks looks like a doomsday bunker.
Oh, he said he's got all the snacks.
Oh,
He got a damn llama. Is that an alpaca?
Timothy Faust, get out of my strings.
And then,
And then?
And then I'm going to
No,
sit
and then.
here somewhere. I'm sitting at you guys' house after it's been stuffed. Really good.
you stuff it up nice. Fill it with stuffing.
Oh my.
Joe says you can get those sloppy cheese titties from Crystal's for free on Highway 99.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Yes, sure.
I think I am now.
When you see that picture, I don't know how you can still eat cheese.
Man.
I like it on my steaks. I like it on my sandwiches.
put
I
cheese
like it
on
on
steak?
cheeseburgers. Oh, yes, with grilled onions. Oh, yes.
I see like a Philly cheesesteak, yeah, but like just like a T-bone, you just throw a slice of cheese on it. Mm.
All the ribeyes that you see in my videos, those are Tim's. Mine are smothered in cheese and grilled onions.
I'll be damned. That's interesting.
So I gotta get my.
So when you go to- So you go to like Outback Steakhouse. You're like, yeah, let me get the
Throw some
T-bone and
cheese on that bitch. Sorry.
throw some cheddar on the top of that bitch.
Nope. Actually, when I go to Outback, I get the prime rib, and with my prime rib, yeah, I don't put
You don't
nothing
cheese
on
it
it.
up?
Nope.
Mm.
oh, prime rib got to be bloody to eat it, right?
Nope. Medium well. Not
What?
medium, not well done, but medium with just a thin pink in the middle. Yes.
Oh no, if it ain't all pink,
No.
I ain't no sink.
Yeah. See, well, I'm not into the pink. I'm not eating that steak. Ew, he said one time at band camp he gave his bunkmate his cheese.
Oh, yeah.
So he likes he likes the smegma too. He's into
Oh,
Big cheese.
slap that from under on there.
Who got that cheese?
Got that
Dobson.
big cheese.
That
Oh,
big cheese.
get that cheese.
It's like weak knees, skinny knees, smell my little stinky dick cheese.
Oh,
Oh,
That's it.
And I won't ask you, please.
that
Smell
pink
it
stink
to
smells like a
face.
fish stink. Oh my.
You already scared Sin off.
He gone.
He's
Oh,
not
no.
even gonna be able to do his chocolate starfish yoga tonight. You just freaked him out.
Little downward dog.
I'll tell you why.
the band director showed me the way. Oh
Hey,
my.
well, shit.
well, you know.
That's
Oh.
where that band camp was at.
Oh.
That was
I'm
right next to
asking
the
about-
Epstein camp.
I'll tell
I was
you
just
what,
gonna say I'm not asking about flute practice.
that was on an island somewhere.
Oh, he got used by the band director first. That's why. So now he's telling
Ooh.
people.
The
Nope,
hands-on kind of fella. I see.
I see what's happening.
Yeah, you might be being quiet, Sin, but that don't stop us from talking about you.
Oh,
We still
no.
know you're here, bro. We still know you're here.
Oh, we know he's lurking. He's doing the chocolate starfish yoga.
Yeah, you said that.
Hey,
You
Maria.
came back on.
With
Hey,
the
Maria.
gloves on. That's funny.
What is it? The butt trumpet.
Oh,
And
that'll do it.
HBR was the band director who taught him about this
Oh.
segment.
See, this is starting to make sense.
HBR getting snitched out.
So HBR put a trumpet in his butt? Oh my.
Oh, that's how you get pink
HBR,
eye.
you got some explaining to do, buddy.
Man, a quarter-inch flute's kind of hard to play.
Boy.
HBR
Had a
always
different
claiming
whistle
all he's
to it,
got
didn't
the
it?
quarter-inch.
Yeah, Sin trying to stay quiet is like he's tying up your or gluing your super gluing your ass shut so you can't take a shit ever again. Let's see how long that works.
That sounds.
Oh, he'll hold out for at least 20 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer,
Cheek.
Maria.
Man, that's tough.
Hey,
What's
Meg,
up, Spencer.
Spencer.
And Spencer, I heard a rumor out on the street that you're out there street racing in the 4Runner, buddy.
Oh,
Is that any truth? Any truth to that? He was street racing the mean hills of Wyoming.
and a Yoder.
There's only 2 roads in that entire state, and you want to go racing in them?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Correction, there's only 2 paved roads. It's a lot like around
Yeah.
here. There's more dirt than there is pavement.
It's I-80 and I-25. 80 and 25. We ain't getting away with shit on either of those roads.
Oh,
Oh, Desiree's trying to summon him.
strippers.
She knows.
Damn, Naughty, 157 on your bike. What are you doing?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Escaping some lizard lot that you got stuck with and found out it was a man and not a she?
Oh, shit. That story
Damn.
took a turn.
157? Why did you even stop?
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
could.
gonna
They
say,
couldn't
I'm
catch
just-
They
you.
weren't gonna catch you.
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't have.
just put the gas on. Screw it.
I got
Just
pulled over
send
at-
full send, buddy. Just get the hell out of there.
He was probably about low on gas or something. I don't know why he was stopped at 157.
Well, all jokes aside, though, you can outrun the cops, but you can't outrun the radio.
Not the
So
radio.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I
That's-
got pulled over at 125, and the cop was very nice. He was very nice to me. I got very lucky. Very lucky. He was getting ready to switch shifts, and he's like, "I don't feel like doing any of this shit."
He
I'm
was
not
low on
even-
gas.
I'm not even sure I want to say my worst speeding ticket.
let's hear it, buddy. You can't bring it up, and then
Oh,
nope, you got to talk about it now.
Yeah, you can't say you guys don't even want to hear this. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I say 171 mile an hour.
100 what?
171.
That's
That's
impressive.
the cop was waiting at the end of a freaking race for us. He saw us setting up, and he just sat down there, and we were kind of short-handed that night. I said I was in the first pair that went down. The other guy was smarter and got the hell off the road. And well,
You weren't by any chance racing a yellow Nova, were you?
Damn, it wasn't Nova or Chevelle. I can't remember now. I think it was.
Was it a? Okay, because I was gonna say there was a few times that I did that, and I knew whoever stopped first was getting it, so I just took off.
Yeah. Well, I had this guy beat dead to rights, but yeah, he saw the lights before I did apparently, and took a left hand real quick. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Paula, how you doing? HBR sends his apologies. His internet is acting up. And so every time he comes up, there he is. He's going to try again. All right. I'm going to put it in the link for you.
Yeah, you got a lot of explaining to do once you get up here, big fella.
I told him just keep popping in, and if he keeps popping out, I mean, we're all used to popping a zit. We'll just,
Whoa. Pop a zit and keep rolling now.
That's right.
Dang, that sucks, Maria.
Some of us are used to that, but Carl's proven that he doesn't have a good pullout game.
Hey, that was just a one and done for me, And hey, in all fairness, I was also married for 15 years before we pulled the trigger on the one.
Oh, well, damn.
Hey.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, so leave me the fuck alone, guys.
Hey,
Hello,
he's saying he
HBR.
doesn't have a pullout game.
And I say my pullout game's quite a bit better than you're giving me credit for. That one was intended.
I heard all that with that yeah at the end. So, fuck off.
All you guys are willy-nilly with your cream. All you guys are willy-nilly with your cream pies, but I intended mine,
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, I planned mine too.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
Speaking of cream pies, how you doing, buddy?
What's
HBR?
up, man? I heard you like to put trumpets in your butt.
Butt trumpet?
Yeah, HBO, you got explaining to do. Your
Yeah.
friend in the said you were his band camp director, and you taught him how to do booty fingering.
No, something about butt trumpets.
Butt trumpets and donut holes.
And skin flutes.
Skin flutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cheese, dick cheese, remember?
There's cheese involved.
You know what Matty is? He can't get his mic or something's not working right now. We're just pissing him off.
He wants
Cussing us big time, man.
Goddamn internet! I'm not a butt trumpet guy.
I don't do trumpets.
that's sin. That's all sin.
It was the trombone. It wasn't the trumpet.
Motherfucker.
Got that longer slide.
Yeah.
we know HBR wasn't teaching no damn trombone then.
Mm-mm.
We know he can't play the flute either.
Yeah. He can
Well-
smoke a flute, though, I heard. He can puff
Whoa.
he knows how to blow a flute pretty good. He just can't play it pretty good.
It's on how you hold your lips.
Oh, no, we haven't
Oh, we
forgot about the dirty biscuit, Desiree.
Oh no, that's never gonna be forgotten.
He's always around. It's always around.
Yeah, that's always gonna be.
There may even be a late night crew Dirty Biscuits T-shirt in the works.
You damn right. Yeah.
Ooh, we could put a whole new meaning to that one.
Yep. But we're not supplying the dirt on the biscuit.
No, you got to reach out to Sin if you want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll personalize that for you.
I said the chocolate starfish T-shirt will only be on Sim's channel.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up, Nightmare?
So,
I
I see.
really wanted to do some music tonight.
We could make a series of parody T-shirts.
that'd be great.
I think so. I think it might be time to premiere our Dirty Biscuit T-shirt soon. I designed it like a month ago.
Yeah, it's time.
This is true.
It's time
Yeah.
to let the people see it.
Yeah. Because it could be up within the next 24 hours.
Oh, damn.
Heyo.
Hey.
I said, like I say, we could even revamp it a little bit for the current situation.
Well, I want to make sure I have rights before we do something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh, we can drop the original.
Yeah, we
Yep.
do the OG biscuit.
Well, I know tomorrow it's going to be a fun show. We got to finally give away some stuff. I'm
Oh,
excited.
yes, we do.
Oh,
Me
yeah, that's gonna be a
too.
good show.
We also got
Dirty
Not
biscuits
only-
and hot dog flavored water.
we've got the announcement tomorrow from the night crew with Triple T. Then we have I have a special announcement with a couple people that is going to be a special guest up on the panel for a few minutes while we have a special announcement for the community that will be dropping. And then sit back and enjoy the late night show after we give away some prizes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Yep.
Be good.
I know HBR, you can't talk right now, but Nightmare said hello, buddy.
Yeah.
He knew you were here. He could smell you.
That Fermunda cheese just gets around.
I know when his friend said he's taught him how to use that dick cheese, it was like, whoa. H-Row never told us about smegma on his junk.
Oh.
He kept that secret for quite a while.
I don't blame him.
You're rocking the old school tonight, huh, Naughty? Congrats. I don't blame you. We were doing the 90s tonight, but the way YouTube is, usually they start clicking streams after midnight. So
Nightmare.
No, he won't be doing that, Victoria. Tomorrow's Thursday, and he's forgetting what tomorrow is. So he's not going to be doing no live tomorrow night because he'll be with us. I'll take care of it, but don't count on Triple T going live unless he's with the late crew tomorrow.
Oh, the boss.
That's right. Now he'll be live Friday night with Mikey D for 2 hours, but yeah, he ain't going to do anything tomorrow night but what I tell him to do. Or ask him to do.
He's going to go live now just to spite you.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going
live.
Oh, he's like, oh, Lori told me I'm not doing something?
Oh, I'm doing it. I don't care.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I am going to go get a drink of water, guys. I will be right back. Can you hold it down like I know you will?
Oh, yeah, for
sure. Yeah, we'll just let HBR take the lead.
Yep, he's got it under control. Don't stub your toe.
Tied down, up against the wall. Do all that.
Oh, he left. He just left. We put him in charge and he leaves.
Dang, man.
See how he is? Always ditching responsibilities.
He didn't want to get called out about his Bandcamp issues.
Well, it's no judgment zone, buddy.
Well, since we have a little bit of time to kill, while we're waiting for Lori to get her drink, air quotes. Let's talk about it. A lot of people don't know your Rogue Pony story, Loki. Care to share that with the people that may or may not have heard your Rogue Pony story?
You got to tell them about your new nickname, brother. The Rogue Pony.
The Rogue Pony.
The floor is yours, Rogue Pony.
I waited until he had a mouthful of fucking balls.
Let him get the balls down. He's like, damn it, I'm going to choke.
You take those balls good, buddy.
Take your time.
Of course, the store's been out of freaking Whoppers for days now, so all I got is Milk Duds.
Man, they're still out of Whoppers.
And they're a whole lot chewier.
Dang.
Okay. So Camo hadn't heard this earlier.
Yeah.
I said, cousin of mine last summer.
Hey, what's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
What's up, Tim?
I said, cousin of mine had found some wild ponies up in the mountains here, which is really rare for our area. And he captured about 18, 20 heads, something like that. And he's the kind of guy that he don't know horses for jack. And I can't, like I say, I can't say, hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
We see you, Tim.
We don't hear you.
Your mic's off.
Yeah. He said timeout.
Timeout. I got an important message.
All right, what's up?
Okay.
All right.
So Lori just came and got me out of my room. I don't know how this happened, but she's throwing up right now.
Whoa.
She's pregnant.
I knew it.
Yep.
Why are you fucking laughing? It ain't funny.
I knew it happened. I told her a couple of days ago. I said she was glowing.
She's pregnant for a few days now, maybe a week.
Prenatal.
We told you this a while ago.
We tried to tell you, buddy. That's tough, man.
Yeah, I wonder how it's tough because she's got a hysterectomy.
That's some talent right there.
Well, you got them.
Those are some powerful swimmers you got.
You got them strong ones, man.
Hey, my shit will go through daggone Fort Knox. You hear me?
Well, apparently you just
motherfucking strong, baby.
go on. Claim that
They're
shit.
gonna grow in an area that there's nothing to grow in.
Hey,
Claim that shit.
Let her rip.
No, but she is throwing up right now, so I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh damn.
No, we'll just keep rolling.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So
Hopefully she hopefully she feels better.
Yeah, I'm here to burn the channel down. Let's get it.
Hey,
She was talking something about cream pies earlier. You know anything about that?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
No, they're not really from the moon, so they're fake. You can't eat cream pies.
It looked like you had a pretty good live, Tim.
yeah, buddy.
It was
That
chill.
was a good one. It's a good
I
Oh,
see,
yeah.
it was hard to keep track. I was trying to keep track of you and Stacks all at the same time. Kept bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, I was in and out of your Stacks, Rick and Moses's.
Getting around, huh?
Well, the
Just
reason why I
getting all
got
of-
the reason why I got a late start because I was working on this border for her. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it looks tough. I like it.
It's
I
got.
like the logos.
Did you see the late night new logo I made for her?
What's wrong? Is it working?
Mm.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, we can hear you,
HBR.
HBR. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh man, what a
There
pain.
you are.
You missed
Yeah,
the
no,
news. Lori's pregnant.
Yeah, Lori's pregnant. You missed that news.
Not surprised.
You better be surprised she had a hysterectomy, dude.
Get serious, man.
It's a miracle.
I say T got them super soldier swimmers.
Hey, look, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on my computer and jump on. So I'll be right back.
All
All
right.
right,
Careful.
Now I ended up having to switch my going to my field test unit and switch off my 5G so I could actually have internet.
damn.
Yeah, I got to do that sometimes too, man. I'm actually in the process of switching internets. I'm looking. I don't know. I don't like my options, though, man.
Oh, well, have a good
I
one,
know.
Meg. Feel better.
I don't like Comcast.
See, that's what my
Have
options
a good night, Meg. Good morning, Miss Luck.
And my
Hey,
only
Miss
other
Luck.
option is HughesNet, which
Mm.
is trash.
Right.
I'm just saying, if Loki can get good internet in the middle of nowhere,
No shit, ain't that. No. What do you use, bud?
you know, he's got.
Huh.
I don't know how he's getting internet out there, but
He's got that mountain time internet.
Oh,
Somebody-
it is literally the local company. I can't even remember
right
what it's
on.
called now.
I
But
don't know.
the only
if
reason
somebody
I
else
got
can just
good-
park their camper right next to a McDonald's and pick up McWi-Fi, you should be able to handle this, buddy.
You got this, bro.
Yeah, tell me about it.
He says, "Tell me about it." Thanks, bro.
Well, Comcast, I mean, it's weird because what they're doing is they're charging me 3 bills a month.
Oh,
Whoa!
man.
Yeah. Now I've been having to fork it out, and I'm done with it.
How do they get
I'm
away
like, no,
with it?
you guys need to fix this.
Yeah, how do they get away with it?
$300 a month for fucking internet?
No, 3 bills a month.
Three separate bills.
Almost a little over 500.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm out.
Does it at least come with a handy or something?
Man, you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No.
you get a blowjob for
Cat
that?
litter for lube.
No, but if
Yeah,
I'm paying
cat litter for lube
500
too. So
and I can't stay.
Oh,
on the street,
Lord.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. If I'm paying
Damn.
that kind of money and I can't,
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it. Yeah, I'm.
Did you
Well,
did you tell the cable company that you vote Democrat?
I should.
You'll get it.
That helps.
I say that'll
You
get
get a
them to
big
fix the shit at least.
You get a big discount, I'm sure, especially where you live.
Well, no, it's weird because they sit there and they say, "Oh, well, it's a unicorn account. You came in on this weird part of the cycle, bill." It's like, well, okay,
What?
so 3 different people have had the same issues with the unicorn account. I'm like, that just doesn't make sense, guys. Come on,
What's a unicorn account?
that's what I'd like to know.
It's bullshit.
That's where they bend you over and just pound you in the rear.
What the
I say
unicorn?
so tell them to switch your billing cycle.
Yeah, see, I need
Yeah,
it on a
no,
different day, bro.
That doesn't help.
No, it
That's
doesn't. Yeah.
everything. They sit there and give every excuse
Well, I
in
ain't
the
going
book
to
why.
Comcast.
See, and I don't know anybody else that has the same issue.
Huh.
Hmm.
See,
But
'cause
it's
that's
I
how
like your
they-
background. That looks good.
Oh, that's cool, man.
That's a good looking background.
I like
Appreciate it.
that.
Appreciate it. So
I need to get a
here's
green screen.
here's the that damn train. Here's the late night crew background that I did.
Ooh, let's go.
Nice.
Oh, I do
Okay.
like that.
All
like it.
right.
I like it a lot.
I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Red, white, and blue.
And I know you.
Loki's gonna get that tattooed on his lower back.
Ooh, the low back tap. Look out.
Tramp stamp.
Oh, and no stamp stamps for this boy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Peeled that one off.
There's a limit of 3 removals in your lifetime, and he's already had those.
Oh, you only get 3? Shit.
So
God.
this is a the border is stainless steel, silver.
Yeah, I like
You got the late night crew at the top, and to the right of it is HBR, then Loki, then Mike Carhole. Then you have the late night crew symbol, then
Nice.
Ammo Steve's, and then Lori's is on the right beside it. Down at the bottom, I have I did another late night crew emblem. Looks like this. Made out of green diamond plate. That's why it's like green and black.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's in my
And-
colors. I like it a lot.
I was gonna say, look, Loki's colors there.
And down at the bottom it says, "Welcome to the Late Night Crew. If you want to support the channel, you can donate to Cash App at $ Lori's World 5252. Thank you. Enjoy the show."
There we go.
I like
So
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It looks real good.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
I like the silver border. It's clean.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I say anything.
Ain't too shabby.
We get to give away some stuff tomorrow, Tim. Isn't that cool?
You ready?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
ready.
So I ain't gotta be bugged every 5 minutes. Somebody says someone Cash App. Somebody says someone Cash App. Somebody says someone Cash App.
Oh man.
AKA the reason why Lori has her own Cash App now.
Yes, that's it. There it
You're a smart man. You're a smart man.
is. Smart.
Just like there's a reason why she has her own IG now.
Yeah.
So she ain't gotta use mine.
Not just a hat rack, my friends.
Oh, man.
That's it.
The only bonus is it's actually been nice past couple days.
Without the internet.
There you go, Loki.
The internet's been frustrating the hell out of me, but the weather's actually been nice.
That's it.
Oh, weather-wise? Nice.
Oh yeah,
Loki, you see my background?
nice.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go.
I need to get a green
I was
screen
just-
going.
I was just talking to Loki about setting up a green screen when we were in the poop shoot.
Yeah, I need to do that too.
That would be sick in the background.
That would be cool.
What's
Yeah.
up, Amy?
Hey, Amy, how are you?
Hey, Amy.
I'm
Oh,
glad you
she's
made it to
clicking.
Tennessee safe.
Oh.
She's-
Oh, those avocado bushes are coming.
Oh, they're coming.
She
Just
flew
be ready.
the box
Me and
down
Carl have been talking
to
about
Tennessee finally.
Oh, the Lesbarou's down there? I thought she got on the airplane.
Oh yeah, she is.
No, she drove the box, or she flew the box one.
Oh.
She flew
Yeah.
that ahead of time.
It's a new airline.
Flew that ahead of time.
Boxline Airline.
You can one carry-on in a box.
There is no in-flight service, though. BYOB. Bring your own box.
Yep, bring your own box.
You know how much money you could make if you did bring your own stuff with you and you just started charging people that didn't?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
that's not a bad idea.
No, not bad idea at all. Not bad idea at all.
She said the Lesbos at home.
So are we supposed to be playing music?
Oh, we can do whatever we want.
I don't know.
Well,
What were we doing?
You were telling us a story about how you got the nickname
Your new nickname,
Lord.
Rogue Pony.
Yeah. Okay.
Rogue
So,
Pony.
Camel hadn't heard that story about the horse. I say, and no, but
Whoa,
my
what?
Yeah, man.
HBR doesn't know about your Rogue Pony stories either.
hey, Mike, what's wrong with your mic? It's awful loud.
Is it? I can turn it down.
Yeah, I think like you're screaming in a daggone
Screaming at
cave.
the mic.
Yeah.
All right.
So no, but a cousin of mine
How's
found some
that?
horses up. That's
Bring it up a little bit.
A little bit up.
So a cousin of mine found some wild horses out here. I say, and he decided I was the best person to bring them to examine since he don't know crap about them. And I say, and I don't know, it was the second or third load of them he brought around the house for me to look at. I'm checking it out, picked up all the hooves and finished checking the hooves on this one, and my cousin asked me a question. And like an idiot, I was standing right behind the horse while he was asking me the question. And all of a sudden, my cousin's eyes got a little big, and he kind of ducked out the way. And next thing I knew, I was kind of crumpled up on the ground about 15 feet away, wondering what the hell just happened. And then the sensation of the horse's hoof in my ass came to me.
Oh, that's that hurt.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
that wild pony ass whipping.
I said that damn
That's that
thing
poop
left
shoot
me.
hurt right there.
Oh, it was square on my left ass cheek. I mean, just like somebody had chosen to put, right. Okay, this is the middle of the ass cheek. Right here is where I'm going to
Tattooing
kick.
right there.
Yep.
So you literally had your shit pushed in by a Rogue Pony.
Yep. Rogue Pony dented that ass cheek.
Well, you can put it that way.
You said it. I just put it all together.
Put the words together.
Oh, that's bad.
It's bad, but it's funny.
Oh, it was funny as hell. Hey, Scott.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
And
What's
yeah,
up,
like I
Scott?
say,
How you doing,
I think that bruise lasted for at least 3 weeks to a month, maybe longer. I know it hurt for a lot longer than that, but
Hey, Mike,
I can only imagine, and
Yes, sir.
that'd be painful.
Yeah, that would be.
remember I told you my biggest fear with this administration that they would start messing with the VA because they haven't done it yet?
Yes.
Well, they've done it.
Oh Lord.
Shit.
All right, so check it out. Effective April 1st, soldiers that will be filing claims before they get out, there's a medical form that we used to have them fill out called a DD Form 2807-1. It's a bunch of yes or no's. Anything you answer yes to, you have to just write a brief description of what's wrong with you. Like one of the questions on 17D is because it starts at 10 and goes to 26, and each number has like A through, I don't know, say M. 17D says, do you have trouble sleeping? So if they put yes, they put 17-D, I have trouble sleeping. Something short and sweet. Now, they went from a 3-page document to a 14-page document.
jeez.
Now, here's the funny thing. The first 11 pages, or the last 3 pages, are the 3 pages that we're doing now. The first 11 pages, guess what it talks about?
Oh, pronouns, gender assignment, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
The
Oh,
11
God.
pages.
11 pages worth
Jesus.
of freaking PC bullshit.
Are you
know,
kidding me?
your sexuality and gender and all that.
Of course.
Now, how is that even
Wow.
legal to ask?
How is that relevant?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Relevant. Yeah, exactly. Wow.
That's
Unreal.
just getting taken way too far.
Weird.
It really is.
Now, I do know that last week a lot of people were sending me a clip from Angry Cop, a YouTuber, who said
Yeah.
that they're going to basically take away for every $2 you make over a certain dollar amount, you'll lose $1 of your benefits.
What?
Basically,
What?
yeah. Y'all didn't see that?
No.
No.
I heard
let me
about
You're
it.
gonna make me want to shut this live down and go over to Rumble right now and say what I really feel.
Well, here, let
Rumble
me
in
show
the
you.
jungle.
Let me show you.
What's up, Dustin? How are you, buddy?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Mm.
Yeah, they are taking
What's up,
steps way
Dustin?
too far.
Amy, did you just take a fresh picture of you sniffing Dan's armpit?
I knew it.
Why am I not surprised?
I think I know what this picture is. I heard something from Lori earlier about it.
It's not armpit sniffing?
Nope.
Oh no, I know what it is. And
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Oh,
oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, I did watch this. I think.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, this is a YouTuber. He goes by the name of Angry Cops. He also proclaims to be a former drill sergeant. All right. Somebody got another tab open?
I don't think it's me. Nope. I just looked.
It ain't me.
This guy's mustache
Negative.
is impressive.
All right. So this guy is a National Guardsman. And he is a drill sergeant in the National Guard. Now, anybody knows anything about how that works, I'll explain it to you. So a National Guardsman does 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks out of the year. Their 2 weeks out of the year is called AT, right? So that's where they go on active duty for 2 years and they go train for 2 weeks.
Mm.
Now, the 1 weekend a month, as a drill sergeant in the National Guard, you're basically going through refresher courses every month on how to be a drill sergeant. And then when your 2 weeks training comes up, they send you to an active duty post and you'll go in for 2 weeks, be a drill sergeant, and then you're done. And those are the worst privates you will ever come across. Why? Because there is no stabilization between drill sergeants. Because the first week, all they're doing is hollering and screaming because they want their glory days of putting the brown round on and smoking Joes, and they don't get any training done. But those privates will be well fit when they come out of basic training. But they don't know anything else. But they damn sure do it.
They do 100 push-ups on command.
Yeah. Then the second week that they're there, they're so burnt out from the first week, they let the privates pretty much run amok. And then 2 weeks later, another drill sergeant will come in. So it's a constantly revolving door. Worst privates in the world. If you ever had those type of privates, 99% of the time they had a National Guard or reserve drill sergeant that would change out every 2 weeks. So that's what this guy did. And he's making millions of dollars on YouTube. And when I say millions of dollars, I'm not lying. From a lot of sponsorships. Because he's also a cop in Rochester, New York.
Oh.
Okay.
So he did a video, and he also does a lot of exposures on the military. Like he'll expose units for doing jacked up stuff and whatnot. So he did this video saying that the VA is going to end their disabilities.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
If you all remember when me and Mike started the Veterans live stream, I said to everybody, if you're filing a VA claim, do not listen to anyone unless they work for the VBA, Victor Bravo Alpha, Veterans Benefits Administration. Because there's 3 branches of the VA. You got your health administrations, that's the VHA, that's your hospital. You got the VBA, the Benefits Administration, that's the branch I work for. And then you have the Veterans National Cemetery. Okay, those are the 3 branches. Remember I said they don't work for the VBA. Don't ever listen to them because there's 99.9999999% chance they are 100% wrong. So I'm gonna play you a little bit of this video. It's a lengthy video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing unless y'all want to watch the whole thing. And then I'm gonna break it down in layman's terms for you. All right, here we go.
The federal government is proposing to stop and deny disability benefits to veterans who are already receiving disability benefits. And if you don't quite understand what that means, let me break that down. Uncle Jerry, who was in Vietnam and lost both of his legs, made too much money last year. And now the disability payments that he got for not having his legs are going to be denied. So he will get 0 money to assist him in his life after losing his legs in service because he made a couple extra dollars more than what the federal government said that he should. Let's break this tidal wave of idiocy down so you can be as furious as I am. This might be the biggest topic I've ever tackled on this freaking channel. Do you know who the Congressional Budget Office is? I sure as hell don't. But apparently it's the administration, the presidency's, this current presidency's way of trying to cut the slack, find ways to spend less money. Hey, I'm all for that. That makes sense, right? We're kind of, inflation's up a little bit. Normally a pretty boring job like an IRS auditor, but they put out a report, a suggestion, an option is what they call it, in order to lower the deficit, save about $250 billion over the next 10 years. And it's to take away benefits from veterans who have already been receiving benefits because they're disabled. It's like pulling the carpet out from somebody who's on crutches. It's like pushing an old lady in a wheelchair down the stairs. Throw in a clip of that. Now you might say, AC, how? How could this possibly, this stupid idea, how could this possibly, move forward? How, and where is it even written? You're just saying a bunch of political mumbo jumbo, get me riled up. Nope. Just as a heads up, all the links are going to be below so you can read it for yourself. And, well, let's just get into this, shall we? A means test, VA disability compensation for veterans with higher income. Now, what does a means test mean? Well, it's very simple. It means that if you can afford it, that means that you ain't going to get no benefits. So if you got some money in the bank, you are not going to receive any compensation for your injuries you sustained and confirmed and are receiving them while overseas or serving. Kind of like these people they're about to describe. In 2021, 5.2 million veterans received disability compensation from the VA because of medical conditions. About 280,000, 4% of them received compensation for the first time this year. Service-connected disabilities vary widely in severity and type and include loss of limb anxiety, you mean spicy memories, aka PTSD, and hearing loss. Oh, great. You're listing out the people that will no longer be receiving their benefits because of those injuries that they received. Really make yourself the good guys. These are truly charitable angels because they're stopping giving money to the injured people that they sent overseas. 2022 base compensation rates range from $150 to $3,330 per month. So $3,330 a month, tax-free, is the maximum you can get for losing a leg overseas. All right, we should probably take that away from them. The lazy fuck's not even walking around anymore, scooting around on a wheelchair.
Okay, that's fact check number 1. That's false.
I had 2A.
You can get more than, like, say, if you're missing a limb, like say your legs. Yes, you most likely be at 100%, but then you have what they call specialty pay that could be tacked on top of it. For an example, if you are at 100% and you are getting, and one of your conditions was, say, erectile dysfunction. Okay. The VA will give you a K1 entitlement, meaning you'll get a 0. They won't pay you any money for it, but they will pay you an extra $165 a month if you say that you can not get an erection, maintain an erection before or during sex at any time. If it happens one time, you qualify. If you are missing a limb, say your leg, okay, now you're into the S entitlements, and that's more money. And then with no dependents, the max pay you can get is $3,500. Angry Cop. I don't know where this guy's getting his numbers at, but apparently he didn't look at the VA pay chart. So if you're a single person and you're at 100%, you'll get $3,500 tax free. Everybody understand what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when he goes through this video, he's going to talk about total income. But when they look at the total income, because I went and read it, it's taxable income. And he's saying that what he's going to say is they're going to take, like, say, if you're married and your wife makes X amount of dollars and you work and you're making X amount of dollars, if it goes over 170,000, for every $2 you go over 170,000, they're going to take $1 of your benefits away. Now, but he is throwing your VA compensation check into that dollar amount. No, it's only taxable income. VA is non-taxable. It cannot be touched by no one. Even if you get a divorce, your spouse is not entitled to non-taxable income. The only thing that can go after non-taxable income is for child support. That is the only thing. Okay? So on paper, I'm going to use myself for an example. On paper, I only make $65,000 a year. On paper. But when you throw in my Army retirement, because I was medically retired, which is tax-free, and you throw in my VA compensation, which is tax-free, I'm way over $65,000. But at the end of the year, when I file taxes, I only pay taxes on my taxable income.
Okay. Yeah.
So this guy
Also-
false information to get people riled up.
Also, the
Yeah, I
other
was
thing
gonna say,
too with
it
his
seemed like it was
YouTube, if he doesn't
gaslighting.
have an LLC, he's retarded because it doesn't count for business. So, yes, if you make say 200,000 a year for an earned income, yeah, potentially everybody could hit you. But if he's doing YouTube, he should have it in an LLC, and that wouldn't be it's not rated the same, so it wouldn't count against that money.
Exactly. So all that stuff you see behind him, like all the tactical gear and whatnot, he's sponsored by all these companies. That's why I say he's making millions of dollars from his sponsors. He's not making it from YouTube, but from his sponsors. Like he's got a whole clothing line that sponsors him. Manscaping sponsors him. Tactical gear sponsors him. He's got like 10 sponsors. So he's making plenty of money. Plenty. So I noticed, like, I don't know if Red Eye Patriot's still in the chat. He sent me this link. Lori sent me the link. MMC sent me this link. And I went through and I watched it. And then I went down and I read the articles. It's only based off of taxable income. He is throwing your VA money in there. You cannot do that. So that's fact check number one, or two things he's going to be found to tell a lie.
So it sounds like he's upset because he's going to be getting taxed heavier on his fun money that he's been making.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like he hasn't been operating his YouTube life as a business.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but all of his YouTube, everything, endorsements, everything should be an LLC that he pays himself a salary out of.
Right.
And
So,
it doesn't sound like he's been operating that way.
No. Because it's just him. So he's just breaking it all in.
Oh, great. Let's
Very well.
continue. Here's my favorite paragraph that tells you the mindset of these dopes that wrote this up. In 2021, the VA paid out about $110 billion in disability benefits, 4 times the amount that it paid in 2000. Even though the number of veterans in the United States declined by more than 30%. Spending per recipient rose from about $11,000 in 2000 to nearly $22,000 in 2021. What do you think happened between 2020 and 2021?
Now, listen to what you just said. What do you think happened between 2020 and 2021? COVID?
No, we sent a whole bunch of money overseas.
Right.
Yeah.
What he should have said is, what do you think happened between 2000 and 2021? But this fool says 2020.
Yeah.
And he says it more than once.
Right.
That's why I
Well,
say,
after he just said 2000 to
Yeah.
2021, and then he screwed it up and
so yeah, just listen.
It's almost as if the year after 2020, some substantial thing happened that led to the increase in disability payments from then to 2021. What years after 2000? Is it?
Now he says 2000. You see how he says a year after 2020. Yeah, 2021, you dumbass.
Yeah, he's not.
I'd really like to react. I'd really like to react to this on Rumble.
Yeah.
All
This
right,
guy-
let's send it. Full send.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what his deal is. Is he funny? Yeah. However, the one thing I don't like about him, he puts out false narratives and he over exaggerates things, especially when talking about being a drill sergeant. Like I said, he's a National Guardsman. He was never, ever an active duty drill. Because if he was, if you go through and watch his videos like I have over the last couple of years, you would know that he wasn't an active duty drill sergeant, because some of the stuff he says is like, dude, it doesn't happen like that. But a lot of people who subscribe to his channel aren't vets.
yeah.
They support vets, but they take everything he says as gospel. That's why I say you got to be the due diligence and do your own research. You got to educate yourself, because if you go by what this guy's telling you, you're going to want to commit suicide.
Yeah, with the way he was talking about it and everything, you can tell he didn't do his actual research on anything.
No. All right, here we go.
2001? Was there a significant military event happening in 2001?
Plane just hit. Right? Oh my God! Another plane has just hit. It hit another building.
We do have some breaking news that we want to bring you around, and we're going to go to a live picture from New York City.
Oh my gosh, that's right, I forgot. We was all just playing in sandboxes. We was just playing in the sandboxes overseas in the Afghanistans and Iraqs. It's almost like a global war on terror. What was that middle word? War? Yeah, happened. Do people get hurt in war? I don't fucking know. I'm just a congressional bureaucrat trying to type up a deficit note to send it to Congress so that we can figuratively cut out the legs from guys that don't have legs. But let's get on to the real meat and potatoes here and what they're going to do, what they want to do to disabled veterans. Thanks. Thank you, federal government. Under this option, the VA would means test all current, that means if you're receiving benefits currently, and prospective recipients of VA disability compensation beginning in January 2024. After that date, veterans would receive full payments only if their gross household income in the prior calendar year was less than an inflation index threshold for that year. Disability benefits would be phased out at a constant rate for veterans with income above the threshold. It says for every additional $2 of income that a home gets over a certain amount, $1, 2 to 1, will be taken away from their disability. I know it sounds confusing, but let me break this down real quickly with the rest of the paragraph, and you'll get it. I'll paint you a picture. Veterans whose gross household income was $170,000 or higher in calendar year 2023 and would have received an average annual payment would no longer receive any disability compensation from the VA in calendar year 2024. The income threshold below which veterans would receive full benefits in 2024 would be set at $125,000. Okay, follow me on this shitstorm train to hell. If you make $125,000 or less, your household, you and your wife, and whatever dependents you have, make a maximum of $125,000 or less, you get to keep all your benefits. Good job. But if you make $170,000, you'll get zero benefits. Now, the difference that we see between the $125,000 and the $170,000 is $45,000. Here's where the 2-for-1 magic happens. Every $2 that you make over the minimum of $125,000, $1 in the benefits that you're currently receiving would go away. So if you make $5,000 over the $125,000, that means $130,000, you would lose $2,500 in benefits that you're currently receiving. Doesn't that seem like you're getting punished for doing okay? There must be a different plan to compensate somebody that's got no legs and a wife and 5 kids that they gotta feed. So if they're making $170 because the wife's a nurse working overtime, busting her butt in medical school, and husband's sitting there wheeling around with no legs, well, he should get some benefits because there's still 5 kids that they got to take care of. And that disability that he received overseas in combat, well, I mean, that's hard. It makes it hard to raise children with a disability. It's difficult.
All right, back to check number 3. Person receiving money from the VA, it is not disability. It is compensation. Went over this many a times. You keep saying disability. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's disability. No, it's not. It's compensation. And it's non-taxable. You cannot count non-taxable income when you do the total amount. That's why I say this guy be putting out false information. That's why you got to educate.
He's very animated, though. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, that's how he gets people.
Yeah.
You know, hype shit up.
I can get why he has a big following.
Yeah, delivery is key.
Yeah.
He's at 676,000 subs. So he's probably making from YouTube probably just his YouTube money. Okay, that's not counting sponsors or anything like that. Just his YouTube money. I would say about 20 G.
A year?
Yeah, no, a month.
A month? Yeah.
Because he's averaging.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm sorry. I apologize. He got 676,000 views 5 days ago. He's at 1,250,000 subs.
Oh,
So yeah, he's
probably.
he's probably making about 40 grand a month just in YouTube money off his
Damn.
AdSense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That ain't small change.
No. Now that's taxable income. So in his situation, if he does get 100% from the VA, he's not gonna get it. And I think that's why he's very, very upset, because he's not getting his money. Now, this is all proposal. This is not definite. This is not law. This is
This still
all
has to go through.
proposal. What's that?
This still has to go through
Yeah.
That's the
the
house.
Senate and everything.
And number one, it's political suicide for any party. You gotta look at it like this. Let's say the Republicans said, we're going to take away anybody who's on welfare. We're just going to take the money away from you.
Yep. That's not going to go well.
Do you think they're going to get elected for the next election?
No, that'll go over about as well as a wet fart in church.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing with the VA
that goes over
benefit.
for that.
Okay? Because it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, because guess what? There's a lot of Democrats who served in the military who are receiving VA compensation.
Yep.
They're not going to go for it. The Republicans aren't going to go for it. The independents aren't going to go for it. So, like I said, this is all a proposal from some daggone bean counter who don't know his head from the hole in the ground. And this guy, this angry cop guy, he's running with it because he knows he's going to get a lot of views.
Get views from it.
Yeah.
Just like, I guarantee you, so there's 17 people in here right now. If you 17 people could keep this secret, I'd like to do a test run one time. And we'll just make some outlandish story, and we'll do it on a veterans panel. And I guarantee you that particular stream will get tons of views. You think I'm lying?
No.
We can set up our next veterans panel to test it.
Look, in June of 2020 is when I first went live on YouTube. Now, when I went live, it was always on a Friday night. And if Meg Martin Gray's in here, she could test to this, and so could Dan Armstrong. I would go live every Friday night for 2 hours, and I'd talk strictly just politics, just talking to the camera. There was no StreamYard back then, okay? I just get on my laptop, and I would just talk about all the current events and the upcoming election. But when I first started it, I was getting some pretty good views. There'd be like anywhere from 50 to 100 people in my chat as soon as I went live. And then I noticed over the next 5 weeks, my numbers started going down drastically to where after 5 weeks, when I went live, I was lucky to have 15 people in there.
Oh, man.
So on the 6th week, I said, I'm going to do something different. I put in the title, and this is exactly how I titled it. I said, this is why I will not vote for Donald Trump.
That'll do it.
Boom.
When I went live, there were 1,800 people in the chat.
Damn.
They was ready.
Now, I was sitting around.
That got pushed on the algorithm.
Well,
I was sitting around probably around 45 to 5,000 subs at that time. And a lot of the subscribers, boy, they would get ready to cuss me out. And I said, boy, as soon as I went live, boy, the chat was just like a ticker.
Rolling, boy.
It was like a ticker parade. It was just, and I couldn't even read it fast enough. I said, hold on, folks. I got a funny feeling you all are a little upset with me right now and wondering why I'm not voting for Donald Trump. And then I explained to him. I said, well, this was a test because I had suspicions that YouTube was shadow banning my channel and pushing me down in the algorithm because nobody was coming to the channel when I went live. So I put this bogus name in the title, and we got 1,800 people in here. I said, but I won't vote for Donald Trump in 2024 because he won't be eligible. Because at that time, I was assuming he was going to win in 2020.
Yep.
And as soon as I explained it like that, it went down to 34 people.
Just like that.
Just like that. Because there was a lot of liberals in there.
Right.
So it proved my point that whatever you put in your title it's going to draw people in. So in his title, Ending VA Disability for Disabled Veterans.
Yep. Clickbait.
Yeah.
Who's not going to click on that?
Right.
Even if you're not a veteran, they're going to click on it.
Exactly.
It pissed me enough to click on it.
All right.
This came out
I know
5 days
exactly
ago.
why.
Huh?
I know exactly why. His numbers were way down the past 2 months.
Yeah.
He gained no subscribers in February.
Oh, ouch.
So he got 676,000 views in 5 days. This is probably one of the highest videos he's gotten in a long time.
Probably.
And Monday he gained 10K subs.
Oh,
Jesus.
Look at that.
Imagine that.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? So that's why I say
10K. Can you imagine?
if he
no.
when it comes to the VA, I'm telling you from personal experience, if they don't work for the branch I work for, please do not listen to them. And the reason is there's a law that we follow. It's our Bible. It's called the 38 CFR. And that law changes every day. Every Monday through Friday, it's being updated. So
Yeah.
that law is between 1 to 5 days old. It'll be no less than 1, no more than 5. The only time it doesn't get updated is during national disasters, weekends, and federal holidays. That's it. So if it doesn't come out of the 38 CFR, we don't follow it. Everything that we do comes out of that law, and that law is thick as hell. And it's basically it's basically written in Hebrew. Because if you've never been in it, you'll be like, man, what am I reading?
Right.
Because it won't make any sense to you.
Hey, Lemmy Bird. Miss Lori's not here at the moment. Tim's filling in for her.
And Chief, the Supreme Court's already upheld the AR-15 ban crap as unconstitutional. So they can keep chirping all they want on the news. The Supreme Court's already upheld it.
Yep.
As in, it'd take at least 10 years for it to get back to the Supreme Court.
Just like the vaccinations. So the military recently said, okay, we're no longer going to put soldiers out of the military or service members out of the military for refusing to take the vaccine. Now, here's the funny thing. The whole Navy SEAL Corps, okay, all the Navy SEALs in the Navy refused to take the vaccine.
I'd heard that. I hadn't heard it confirmed.
And none of them were kicked out. Now, Mike can attest to what I'm about to say. People like Navy SEALs, Delta Force, Special Forces, Army Rangers, your special operation units, right? They are put in more hazardous areas than the average soldier. Would you agree with that, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. That's correct.
So you would think that they will be the first ones to get the vaccine because the areas that they operate in out of, the conditions are way below standards that we're used to. So they're more acceptable to get an infection or a disease. But the whole Special Forces and the Navy SEAL community refused to take the vaccine, and not one was put out.
That's crazy.
So if you didn't,
what I will say though,
go ahead.
What I will say about that, because we heard all the numbers about people getting put out in the different branches, and I spoke on this before, but it was all the people in basic training, and it was because they hadn't hit that 120 or 100 and whatever days.
Not all of them now. I can tell you that for a fact. I processed last year alone. I know I processed about 2,000 soldiers at Fort Polk.
Oh wow!
But I remember the original numbers were just the people when it first came out, they were letting military people go. The very first amount of numbers were all the people from basic training.
Right.
And it's because they can let you go for any reason under that 180 days, I believe.
Yep. So
you don't have to report anything out for it.
Right. So here's the thing: if you join the military, and the reason why they say 180 days because that's the average time length of your basic training and your AIT, that's where you learn your job. Let me see something.
Yeah, my youngest son was in.
HBR, I'm gonna mute your mic because you got some.
What's up, Carolina Cowboy? Thanks for coming by, brother.
So if you're in basic training, most regular BCT basic training is 9 weeks. Okay, so you're looking at 70 days total. All right, most MOSs are 4 months. That's where that 180 days come in. Now, if you go 179 days and you fall and break your neck, right? They'll put you out. No benefits. Because you didn't hit the 180 day mark. After 180 days, now you are you're eligible for benefits. But if anything happens before that 180 day mark, have a nice day.
Damn, that's rough.
No,
do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, no severance packages, no healthcare benefits, no nothing. Just sign the paperwork. Here you go. You can't
about your luck, that deal.
You can't even apply for VA benefits at that point. Many of the soldiers I've seen get like we had one guy on the Victory Tower at Fort Knox. He fell 2 stories, 2.5 stories off the rappel tower, and broke his back.
Damn.
7 weeks in basic training, 2 weeks before graduation, put out, no health care benefits whatsoever.
Ooh.
Just to answer your question real quick, Chief. I believe the California court ruled on that unconstitutional to restrict mag capacities as well. I want to say that came out like 6 or 8 months ago, and it came out of California of all places. I do not believe the Supreme Court has ruled on that yet, but they did rule on the bump stop bus stocks.
Yeah.
Now, when they were putting soldiers out or service members, when I say soldiers, I'm talking all branches. Okay. When they started putting soldiers out, it was all on a mandate. Well, you can't enforce mandates. You can only enforce laws.
Yeah.
All right. And the military knows that. They preach it all the time. We only follow the law. Whatever the law says, that's what we're going to do. You can add to it, but you can't take away. That's in every regulation. Every federal regulation will tell you, I can add to it, but I can't take it away. Meaning, if the regulation says that when I go outside, I must have my headgear on unless I'm in a fly zone area. So I can add to it, but I can't take away. Meaning, all right, you no longer have to wear your headgear. That's taken away, but I can add to it. Okay, when you're outside, you must wear your headgear to make sure you have eye pro on. I mean, like protective glasses. That's perfectly fine because you're adding to it. You're just not taking away from it. Same thing with the vaccine mandate. You can add to it, but you can't take away. Regulation says you must follow law, not mandates.
Yeah, I argued that point with a couple of places.
So the Supreme Court has not ruled on the vaccine mandates. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen, but this is my prediction. For every service member that was put out of the military because of refusal to take vaccine, me personally, I believe this is what's going to happen. One, the military is going to offer those people to be allowed to come back in the military and promote them to the rank they would have been if they stayed in. Meaning, if they were E5 and got put out and it's been 2 years, hey, we'll let you come back in, and oh, by the way, we're going to give you a staff sergeant rank if you had the time and grade, if that makes sense. Now, that's one option. The second option is they're going to be able to sue the military. And if they sue the military, I believe it's going to be awarded a very healthy amount. Now, the bad part of that is the military doesn't suffer. We, the taxpayers, suffers because we're going to want to be flipping the bill. So if every person who was put out sues the military and they get, say, awarded $5 million, you know how many people that is? We're talking hundreds of thousands of people that were let go from the military because of refusal of the vaccine. Now, hypothetically,
well, like for instance, I have a lawsuit against the DOD for the same reason. Right.
That's why my boss told me, he says, hey, you going to take the vaccine? You need to take the vaccine. I said, I'm not taking it. Well, you know, if you don't take it, you can lose your job. Okay. Please fire me. But when you fire me, I want it in writing. I don't want you to say, oh, because you no longer take the vaccine, you no longer work here. No. I want you to put it in writing that the reason why we're terminating you is because
mandate.
You are refusing to take a vaccine that has not been USDA certified. And we are forcing a mandate. Now, if they put that in writing, all right, thank you. I'll see you in court.
Say not an attorney in the country wouldn't take that pro bono.
And I will be living large at the taxpayer's expense. And I believe that's what's going to happen. Now, if I was one of those soldiers who was forced to get out and the military offered me to come back in and promote me to the next higher rank, I wouldn't take it. Because I don't care what anybody says. I've been in long enough and I went through plenty of military records. If you're a troublemaker, there's going to be a flag in your record. And they're going to hold it against you. If you come back
never
in,
get promoted past a certain point.
Nope. Now, all that guy was a vaccine refusal.
Yep.
Denied.
So yeah, that's what pisses me off about my youngest son. He was forced out into the field for over 7 weeks, I think it was. More than that. They kept saying it was a 2-week exercise. 7 weeks later, he finally buckled and took the vaccine so he could get home for freaking Christmas, I think it was that year. Christmas or Thanksgiving, I don't recall.
I didn't take it. I put in my religious exemption. Now, in this video that we were watching, he talks about that. There were, I think it was the Navy, matter of fact, 100% denial for religion exemption.
Yep.
100%. According to him, now I don't know that. I haven't done my research on that part. But according to him, he said that 100% of all religion exemptions in the Navy were denied.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of fishy. That's kind of fishy. You're going to tell me not one person got approved? Then what sense even have it?
Right.
So,
violation.
Yeah, mandates just Mocon and Gene streaming together. You know, that's not a real thing.
A mandate is only thing a mandate is a recommendation.
It's just two dudes going out together. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a policy statement, essentially.
Christy G said, I'm going to porn bomb myself, then cry myself to sleep. What? That's why I don't read the chat. I get sidetracked. Stuff like that. I'll be like, what the fuck is
That's why I don't read that shit, man.
Damn, Christy.
Hey, man, you do what you got to do.
So the moral of the story is this. I think this guy was clickbaiting, clout chasing to get his sub count up, get his view count up.
Square did that tonight. Okay.
Because like Hillbilly said, or I mean, yeah, HBR said, his stuff hasn't. It's been tanking the last 3 months.
He needed something to boost.
Exactly, and this is the great thing, because everybody loves veterans. Everybody wants, even if you didn't like veterans, you're still going to watch it just to see, so you can gloat. You're going to lose your benefits. You know.
Yeah. And so you got
that's one of those
pissed
ones,
off and the crowd
regardless
that's
you're
cheering
watching.
it.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna have those that love veteran, be like, man, this is messed up. Yeah, we need to get behind them. So you're gonna have all kind of people gonna click on this video, and 676,000 people did in 5 days.
Sure
I don't
enough,
know about
they
you,
did.
but that's pretty damn good.
That's good.
700,000, good numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see that.
That's a lot of eyeballs.
What I will say though about that guy, like if all of his videos, if he's that charismatic, he should have a big following. Like
should, yeah.
he's interesting. He's interesting. His numbers shouldn't be tanking if he's that charismatic in all of his videos.
Yeah, his
So,
delivery
Well,
is-
to me, he's a bit over charismatic. I didn't
at some
particularly like
points, yeah.
So February 16th of this year, he hit his 6-year mark. He's already at 308,211,893 views on his channel.
There you go.
Damn, I was happy to see that I'd passed 5,000.
Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna look at his analytics versus mine. Let me switch accounts. Molly, hush up.
My dog's in
No, I'm getting fed.
What the hell?
Let it out.
Sometimes you gotta let him know.
Let them know. Sometimes you do.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, he's got videos in the millions.
See?
Damn.
He's holding his mouth right.
Oh,
So what HBR was talking about, I'll explain to what he was talking about. So 3 months ago, he was averaging about 700,000 views per video. And then he started averaging, right. But then he started averaging around 190 after that.
Yep.
Do a little buying. Do a little buying.
Usually they say the general rule is 30% of your sub count views is what you're shooting for. And if he was at over 1 million plus subs and he was getting 700,000, he was above that. And then he tanked well under that, which would be failing.
as they went from outstanding to failing in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean for us that would be big numbers, but it's percentages.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Anything above 30%, and that's what I'll say to any of you smaller YouTube channels that are listening. You're shooting for 30%. Even Mr. Beast, about 30%. Sometimes he has videos go viral, but usually he's about 30%.
Yeah.
That actually makes me feel a whole lot better about the numbers I see in my studio.
Yeah, I mean, don't stress out. Just because you're small, but pay attention to it's the percentages.
Yeah.
Now, don't be discouraged because you're not getting massive views. You're not big yet, but just focus on the percentages.
All right,
by
so-
those numbers, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm going to show you what I mean by how he exaggerates of being a drill sergeant. So he did a video called let me get it here. U.S. Army tells drill sergeants no more screaming. Okay? So I'm going to pull that video up. Now, this was done 4 months ago. He got 482,000 views on it. Okay. So here's the video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you can get the logistics of it probably about 3 minutes into it.
Oh, I keep getting the feeling that the Army's getting soft. My drill sergeant sense is tingling, but that can only mean one thing. The United States Army is trying to stop drill sergeants from screaming so much. What? Oh, shh. Let me tell you something about screaming.
Benefits everybody, hurts nobody.
Military.com put out an article.
Now, what do you notice about this right here? The picture, not what he said so far, just the picture.
The hat don't
Looks
look
like
right.
he's sponsored by military.com.
Yeah.
There's that
Looks
too.
like a costume.
Well, if you look at his rank, he was an E5 drill sergeant. You probably say, okay, what does that mean? Well, E5 drill sergeants in the National Guard, they need to have about enough knowledge as a drill sergeant as a private does.
Oh,
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All right. I'm on the same page with you now.
he's a new.
I mean, he knows what drill sergeants are supposed to do. I'm saying
Yeah.
his knowledge of it, of actual like training
He
soldiers.
just started being a drill sergeant though.
No, he's been a drill sergeant for a long time. See, in the National Guard, they'll have E5s do 20 years.
It's the weekend warrior thing, though. It's not like Tim could do 6 months and do more than that guy would in 10 years.
No,
Exactly.
I understand that part.
Or they talk to some high-ranking, highfalutin tootin' Joes and a drill sergeant, and guess what the consensus is? Screaming, yelling, talking loudly.
Loud noises!
It's going to be done. They don't want drill sergeants to scream no more. It's ineffective. It hurts everybody's feelings, and it's not necessary. Wow. Military.com and those involved in this article. How about we read it? We go through it a little bit. Then we break down some of the, I'm sure, gems of knowledge, the jewels that you are bestowing upon us. Me, a lowly drill sergeant, on my screaming. We should do no more. Less screaming, more weightlifting. The Army is reinventing basic training for Gen Z. Already off to a fantastic start because what I want to do as somebody that's training others, getting ready for combat, is change everything that I'm doing, specifically just for a bunch of dummies that don't want to do the things I want to tell them to do. Oh, I don't want to do that thing. I'm not on your level yet. Oh, let me change myself, trainee. Let me change myself for you, the person who doesn't know fuck about shit. Army drill sergeants who model themselves on R. Lee Ermey's ruthless Marine Corps drill instructor in Full Metal Jacket are on their way out the door.
Let me see your war face.
Is it because we want to get out because shit's not going the way it's supposed to be? Or because you're forcing us out because you want to make some drastic change for no fucking reason? Those non-commissioned officers have for generations been a new recruit's first real introduction to the Army, and they have famously been known to scream, curse, and physically punish trainees. But Army planners are hoping that instead of the stereotypical screaming drill sergeants in round brown hats, the new crop of NCOs will act more like strict football coaches. Army planners. Oh, the planners. The people planning all this shit, not the people doing, not me, not the fucking guy doing the shit, but planners high up in their fucking ivory towers, raining down their little fucking jizz droplets of fucking brain farts.
Oh,
Change things up.
Oh boy.
Job. Have you ever seen a football coach?
You understand me?
Are you single over 45?
How you doing?
And you think this is the game?
They're not trying to make the walls sweat. They're not throwing trash cans, Command Sergeant Major Scott Beeson says. All that stuff is slowly going away. Oh, okay, Sergeant Major. Yeah, it's all going away. Oh, yeah, let me just check the box on that fucking form that says, yeah, I did my best and everything's going smooth. And, oh, yeah, I didn't throw a fucking trash can at all. I woke up to that every fucking morning for 10 weeks. And look at me. I came out just fine. You show me a basic training company that doesn't have drill sergeants yelling or throwing shit to make a point, and I will show you the most undisciplined bags of crap ever to get pushed out of BCT. If you had a tracker in every single one of those fucking trainees that got shat out of that fucking company and then pushed out into the fucking military, those little trackers would be like, beep, 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 kicked out of the Army, shitbird, failed PT test 2 weeks in, love to know the fucking percentage of dropouts that are in that group. I bet you it's higher than the rest. What's next? I can't have them stand in line in the chow hall and fucking scoot to hurry up that fucking process. Oh, because we got to give them a half an hour to digest because the little tummy sometimes might get a little upset, huh? Sergeant Major, woo. The shift follows substantial changes in the Army's physical training. While recruits may have to endure less screaming at boot camp, the new training has effectively made the fitness and marksmanship requirements for recruits more demanding. More demanding, they say. What happened to the leg tuck? If it's so demanding, why'd we get rid of the leg tuck? Bunch of pansies couldn't even touch their knees and their elbows? Sounds like more of changing the standard because they can't pass it instead of keeping the standard the same and just getting a new crop of Joes that can actually meet it. The loud and brutal drill sergeant was seen as a way to toughen up fresh recruits and prepare them for the harsh realities of war, from the jungles of Vietnam to the post-9/11 battlefields of Afghanistan and Iraq. But that thinking is changing, and many in the service believe a less harsh approach may actually be more effective with recruits. Many believe quantify many for me. Huh? And for those of you that don't know what quantify means, that means give me a fucking number of exactly the many people that are saying this. What is it? What, 10? 10 field grade officers? I bet you didn't go to Fort Benning or Fort Leonard Wood and talk to a bunch of infantry or engineer drill sergeants. I bet you didn't go to any active component infantry units, engineer units, any combat arms from Fort Sill, artillerymen, etc., and ask those active duty fucking units. I bet if you asked them, should the drill sergeant stop screaming, you'd be laughed out of their fucking headquarters. The naysayers who we were initially fighting against didn't believe this new way of doing things. Say it ain't so, Beeson said. Gentler isn't the right way to say it. It's just dignity and respect. People desire structure, and we're trying to give it to them. We're just not being assholes when we're doing it. They haven't earned anything yet. They haven't done anything. They haven't even learned the Army values that had respect in it. Have you ever read the Army training manual regarding trainees and how we're supposed to treat them? AR-350-6? I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't. Because that fucking trade-off manual ties our gosh dang hands behind our backs enough already that now we can't even scream at them. Oh, God, heaven forbid we scream at him. I might just lose my fucking rank. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like you should train him. It sounds like you're reaping all of the benefits of me busting my fucking hump to send you quality soldiers.
Dude's about to give me a heart attack.
If these quality guys don't want to be yelled at anymore, I think I should listen to them, and I'll tell the drill sergeant to stop yelling at them. You're sitting in a good position because the blood, sweat, and tears I'm fucking dripping out here, training dummies to be like, yes, sir, roger that, Sergeant Major Parade, breath salute, and now you're like, let's fuck that up. Let's fuck that up. This generation is very intuitive, Major General John Klein, commander of CIMT, said in an interview with military.com. I think they can see whether somebody is authentic or not. So if drill sergeants are putting on some sort of facade, they'll see
So you see my point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude, man, he's something else.
I mean, personally, I'd
Chief
have cut
had
him off a while ago just because he yells so damn much.
Yep.
Chief Pounderhard had a question about cadence.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to pick up on that.
About cadence. What about it?
He was just curious what the purpose of the cadence is.
Yeah.
Cadence is for motivation. It's also to teach discipline and help soldiers to march in cadence. So after a while in basic training, what I used to do, we have you got phase 1 and you got phase 2 march offs. And every event that the privates do in basic training, they get a streamer for their guidon, which is their platoon flag. Well, what studies have shown, if I give somebody something for recognizing good work, it motivates them to work even harder, right?
Mhm.
So if I have a platoon of 65 privates, and we go to the conference course, and they compete against the other platoons, and they win, they get a streamer to put on their guidon. Well, that's like bragging rights, like you're the top dog. So when I was a drill sergeant, they have what they call honor platoon. Honor platoon is the best platoon out of the company for the whole cycle. My platoon won honor platoon 13 cycles in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
We never lost a march off, meaning we would compete drill and ceremony competitions against the other platoons. And by the time we got to phase 1 march off, a week before they did the competition, I could literally tell them, forward, march. As long as everybody steps off with their left foot first, they would never get out of step. And I would never have to say a word. All I have to do is give commands. Forward, march, column left, march, column right, march. And when you're looking at a platoon of 65 privates with 4 ranks, and you're, let me see, gotta do my math here. 10 be 40, another 5, 15 be 60. So you're looking at 16 soldiers per rank. When they're marching and you look down at their feet, you can tell when somebody's out of step because you're going to see that one person.
You can see that one odd swing.
Right.
They stand out like a sore thumb, too.
The way I used to train them was I would march them without any, because when you're marching, you're supposed to go your left, your left, your left, right, left. That's to keep them in step. So I would start out probably for the first 20 seconds of giving that command, and then I wouldn't say another word. And I'd just march them around the drill pad, column lefts, column rights, counter columns, column half left, column half right, double rear to the march, rear march. Eventually, a week before the competition, forward, march. And I wouldn't say another word except for the next command. And none of them were ever out of step. So the purpose of the cadence is to get them to use of staying in step, number 1. And 2, it motivates them because music, that's what cadence is, it's music. It soothes people. When you get up there and you got a drill sergeant who can sing a cadence in a very soulful voice, privates, they feel good about themselves. They'll. I always tell my privates, if you look like a soldier and you act like a soldier and you conduct yourself as a soldier, it's because you are a soldier. And that's their whole thing they want to do. They want to they want to do good to impress their drill sergeants, to say,
Mhm.
hey, I did this, because you're like their father. You're a father figure to them.
Right.
So if I give them, if I say, all right, privates, we're going down, we're going to do a conference course today, and it's for a streamer, and at the end of the cycle, whoever has the most streamers, they're the ones who wins honor platoon. And you can get up to like, back then, I think we had like 21 streamers.
Dang.
My platoon would have a minimum of 19 streamers every cycle. Minimum.
Nice.
That's a
And
nice
that's no
looking
lie. And Lori will tell you. I mean, that was my bread and butter. I mean, I thrived on the drilling ceremony. Matter of fact, when I came back from Iraq in 2004, I went there in 2003 and 2004 as a drill sergeant. There was only 20 drill sergeants that was handpicked by Donald Rumsfeld out of Fort Knox. We were the first drill sergeants to be deployed to a combat zone as drill sergeants. That's never been done in American history. When we came back, I was selected by my battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Larson, to rewrite basic training. Because prior to that, we were teaching Russian tactics. We weren't teaching privates how to conduct raids, kick in doors, 4-man stacks, 6-man stacks, how to enter a short room, how to enter a medium room, how to enter a large room. We didn't teach them none of that. Well, when I came back, I wrote the SOP on how to do all that. And literally, he said, you got 2 days to rewrite basic training. I want a complete training schedule from the time they get up to the time they go to bed, and every minute has to be counted for, and it has to be written down in SOP standard. You got 2 days to do a whole cycle. So I literally, look, I'm the world's worst typer. I'm a hunting peck, one finger at a time, looking for the letters. Okay? And I'm the world's worst speller. And for those 2 days, me and Lori got into a lot of arguments because I'd be like, hey, how you spell this? How you spell this? How you spell this?
That's why she wants to do this spelling bee thing with us.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, you don't get into a spelling contest with her because you'll lose. That woman can spell.
Well, we didn't want to. We're being forced into this scenario.
Yeah, it's a forced situation.
I told you, Satan's daughter. Satan's daughter. Y'all think I'm bullshit?
Have you
We
heard
said,
about
no,
this?
we don't want nothing to do with spelling. She's like, you're doing spelling. I'm like, all right.
Has she told you about her nasty jelly beans?
No, we didn't say it publicly yet, what we were actually doing.
Oh.
So for 2 days, I stayed at home and I was on my laptop and I wrote out a 9-week basic training schedule. And every minute of the day was counted for. And these are the areas that there were certain areas. They gave me 15 areas they wanted me to put into basic. So I had to try to keep as much as the things that we were doing, plus add 15 new items. Well, when I went to go propose it to the TRADOC commander up in DC, he wanted to take drill and ceremony completely out. Now, this is a 4-star general. I said, sir, you cannot take out drill and ceremony. He's like, why? He said, we can use, because the time we use on drill and ceremony, it's a good meaty portion of your basic training that you're teaching privates how to, stay in position of attention, how to present arms, along with military custom courtesy, how to march in a formation, march in a platoon, all that stuff. He's like, if we take all that out, we can add more tactical stuff in there, because everything was geared towards Iraq and Afghanistan. And my whole argument was this: if I can get a private to stand in a position of attention for an hour, and a mosquito lands on his face and bites him 100 times, and if he doesn't move, that's discipline, and he's going to have that same amount of discipline on the battlefield.
Fair.
That didn't sell him. This is what sold him to keep drill and ceremony in basic training. I said, okay, fine, sir. You want to take drill and ceremony out? Fine. But when the day you go to retire and you're on the parade field and you got a division-sized element of soldiers that can't march for your retirement ceremony,
and look like a bunch of jackasses.
How you think that's going to look in front of all those dignitaries that's going to be there?
Oh, straight to the ego.
He said, find a way to put those new items in there, but keep drill and ceremony. Roger that, sir.
Oh,
all because he was more worried about himself than he was the army.
Yeah. Had to look forward a little bit and save his own face.
Yep. So you have to have drill and ceremony, and that's cadence is a part of it. You know, look, I can get the most dumbest people in the world to have them do anything I want. And all I got to do is do three things: provide purpose, direction, and motivation. If I provide those three things, they'll move mountains for me.
Yep.
And that's a proven fact.
Mm.
I had a kid one time that he got recycled. He was sent to my platoon. I was the fourth company this kid got recycled to because he could not qualify basic rifle marksmanship. Most privates, when they come in the military, especially those that are raised in the country, are the worst shooters at first. Why? Because growing up, they went deer hunting, they went squirrel hunting, they were outdoorsmen, but they were the worst ones on the shooting range because
really
because they started doing what their dads and grandfathers taught them.
I got you.
And they had taught them a lot of bad habits.
I got you.
If I took a kid who never owned a gun before or never held a gun before, he'll go out there and shoot expert every time if he did exactly what I told him.
I can see that for sure.
So I'm gonna turn my camera on here for a second. All right. Picture a silhouette in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna shoot 6 rounds into, and you got the little circle in the center of it, right?
Yeah.
So
shot on a
if you're shooting at it, and let's say your rounds are shooting high, what's the cause of it?
Jerking the trigger.
Nope.
Either jerking the trigger or your sights are set up too high.
No.
breathing?
So y'all think, say that again?
You're breathing?
There you go. So you got to get back to the basics. Breathe, relax, aim, squeeze.
Fair.
So when you're looking down the sights, you inhale, your weapon's going to come up. Exhale, your weapon's going to come down. Pause, hold breath, aim, squeeze. That takes the up and down. Now, if your rounds are going left and right, because you're meat hooking it. So imagine this is a trigger, okay? And this is your trigger finger, and you wrap it around it. Now watch what happens to my finger when I pull that trigger. Which way does it go?
Yeah.
I see.
It's going to the side, right?
Yeah.
That's why you use the meaty part of your fingertip.
Yep.
And you squeeze. Now where's it going?
Straight back.
Straight on.
Going straight back. So that alleviates the left and right. So if
Apparently I was taught to shoot properly.
What's that?
I said, apparently I was taught to shoot properly.
Yeah. So if your rounds are going up and down, it's because you're breathing.
Yeah.
If it's going left and right, you're using too much finger.
Yeah.
So you do this with every shot on the range. Now, when it's real life, you're going to get as many off as possible. Inhale, weapon comes up. Exhale, weapon comes down. hold breath, pause, aim, squeeze. If you do that, you're going to hit every target, every time. So I had this kid named Ben Hurst. I was his fourth company. I said, Private, you've been recycled 4 times. Why? I couldn't pass BRM, drill sergeant. Really? Who was your drill sergeants? So I had him take me to 3 other different companies. I said, I want you to pull me out to the drill sergeant. Pull me out. I said, follow me. You don't say a word. Make sure you're staying at parade rest. Don't, no facial expressions. If you do, I swear to God, I'm going to tear your ass up. You understand? Yes, drill sergeant. Walk up to the drill sergeant. See one of you used to be one of your privates? Oh, yeah, that's sorry. Bleep, 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 bleep. I said, what was the problem? He couldn't pass BRM. He sucks. I said, I got $100 says he'll get a first time go. And I'll add another 100 says he shoots expert. Bet. Okay. Let's go to the next company. Went to the next drill sergeant. Same thing. $200. Went to the third company. Same thing. $200. Now, did I have $600? Hell to the no. I'm married with 4 kids. We're living paycheck to paycheck. I looked that kid in the dead in the eyes. I said, Private, everything that you were taught in your life about a weapon, I want you to control alt delete. If you control alt delete everything you learn and you follow my guidance, I promise you, hand to God, you will get a first time go and you'll shoot expert. But you have to do exactly what I say. Do you understand? Yes, those are. All right. Show me how to load a weapon. You talk me through. I said, see, you're not listening to me. Forget everything you learned about a weapon. Your answer should have been, I don't know, drill sergeant. And now I'm going to show you how to do it. So once he got the concept to forget everything that he learned and he followed my lead, qualification day, he went out and shot 38 out of 40. And I got $600.
Yeah.
He had a fun time at the grocery store.
That is a true story. Look, I'm not
Lori
trying to
would
brag.
have Lori would have killed you if you would have lost that bet.
You imagine?
God, yeah, I'd have been divorced. I'd have been
That's a whole
divorced.
paycheck.
So with the other ones, just not teaching him? Teaching
Look,
him
I'm not
that
trying to
way?
brag or boast or anything, but when it comes to training somebody, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll put my experience against anybody. I don't care if they're special forces, Delta Force, Navy SEALs. When it comes to military tactics and training, I'm telling you, I know my shit.
Man.
And the reason why I know my shit, my father, we were the only kids on the block that was out doing PT every Saturday morning. And he would literally set up daggone tactical situations that we would have to work through. I was 5 years fucking old out in the front yard, learn how to do a 3 to 5 second rush. I was 5 years
I'm
old.
up. They see me. I'm down. I'm up.
Yep.
They see me. I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm up. They see me. I'm down.
Learning how to throw a grenade. And you know what? I had a private. He had a very limp wrist. Like, he couldn't throw a grenade. He could throw a grenade 3 foot.
Oh.
Okay?
still in the blast radius.
Yeah, you still.
I called Lori. I said, Lori, what are you doing right now? She's like, we just finished eating. I said, get the kids, bring them here. I need Ashley. That was my youngest daughter at the time. She was like 5 years old. I taught her how to do it. And his last name was Muhammad. I said, all right, Muhammad, my 5-year-old daughter's coming here. She's going to pick up that practice grenade, and she's going to show you how to throw it. And if she outthrows you, son, you better go AWOL. Because you're about to have a bad day. My 5-year-old daughter came there, and she threw it 25 yards.
Chuck that sucker, huh?
Damn.
At 5 years old.
Dang.
And he was sweating bullets.
I said, that's
So
an
I
arm for a
showed him-
5-year-old.
No, that's
I
a
showed him
hell of a-
exactly how to do it. I showed him the proper stance. I showed him how to get the distance into it. I said, now, if you fuck this up, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do about face and give you about a 1 minute start. You better run. When I turn around, if you're standing there, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. And I'm going to nigga beat your ass. He beat her by 2 yards.
Oh, he did, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, took every ounce of testosterone he had.
Well, he found it though, didn't he?
Yeah,
he found it.
What? Because you got to look at it like this.
You guys didn't. You practices with the inert. You guys didn't do the practice with the first.
You're breaking up.
You guys didn't practice with the inert. So you guys didn't practice with the inert hand grenades first.
Y'all hear what he's saying?
Yeah, Carl. He's asking if they practice with the inert grenades first, and yeah, Carhole. He said practice grenades.
Practice grenades, dummy grenades. It's just a shell,
okay.
the metal shell.
Right shape, size, and weight. Other than that,
no
so it looked just like a real one, except for the bottom would be bored out of it.
Yeah.
So you have to pull it, put pin bring it to the chest, pull pin, prepare to throw, put your arm up at a 45 degree, put the grenade back behind the ear, and throw it like a shot put.
So you shot put it. That's the correct way to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh,
now,
okay.
I always wondered that. You don't want to throw it like a baseball.
If you're doing it from the side, you're going to do like an alley-oop.
Okay.
Okay. That's
like what was the guy for the Lakers, the real tall guy?
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar. You know how he used to do the side hook?
Oh yeah.
Shot. That's how you want to throw it.
Okay. I always wanted that because I knew you didn't want to throw it like a baseball or something. You know what I mean?
No. You throw it like a baseball, ain't going to go nowhere. Ain't going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of privates do. They'll get up there. Oh man, I was a pitcher in high school. Yeah, you're going to fail.
Good for you. But this is not.
But look here, private. When we get up to that daggone grenade pit, you're going to have a live grenade in your hand. And guess what? If you don't throw it far enough, me and you both are going to be dead.
Yeah.
And when they
kick your
get
ass
up there,
back down to hell.
and when they get up there and they're holding that daggone, and they're sitting there like this, and they're just shaking.
Oh
man! I come up with my hand on their hands. Right? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want to die, Joe. Sorry, wasn't do what I told you.
Quit thinking that.
And calm down, relax, breathe, relax. Let's go. You got this.
That would be a feeling though, having a live grenade in your hand.
Oh, we could get some privates when they. So you're in this concrete wall like a horseshoe. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's about 3.5 feet, about 4 feet tall. It's about 10 inches thick. I've literally had privates just drop it on the other side of the wall.
Oh hell!
And I'd have to grab them, throw them to the ground, and lay on top, and lay on top of them.
Goodness.
And I told him, if that happens, you gonna eat the concrete. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be painful.
You're going down.
You're gonna remember that one. Just like when we were out at the 249 range, the SAW range. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, those who don't know what a SAW is, it shoots 750 rounds a minute.
That's insane.
Okay. And
they jam like crazy though.
Do they really?
If you get what they call a runaway gun, that means it just keeps feeding. It won't stop shooting. You got to break the link.
And they're cooking off.
It's belt fed. You got to break the link in order to stop it.
Okay.
So I'm standing on the daggone gun line. I got a 249 to my left, 249 to my right, and this kid's got a runaway gun, and it's literally coming in my direction.
Oh hell no!
On the other side of me, I got 4 other privates, plus their AGs, so 8, plus 3 drill sergeants, 11 people to my right. If that thing comes towards me, it's gonna hit me, plus there's 12 people that got killed.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of hamburger in that line.
Yikes.
So this particular day, my battalion commander walks up as he sees me grab the 249 and kick the private in the head.
Oh.
And then he starts chewing me out. I let him finish.
I was gonna
I
say.
said, now, do you want to know what happened? What? Runaway gun. He didn't do what he was practiced to do.
Did he freeze
And
up?
there was 11 other soldiers to my right. If I didn't take that weapon from him forcefully, you'd have had 12 dead soldiers on your hand right now. So would you rather have 12 dead soldiers, or would you rather have a private with a concussion?
Yeah. Did he just freeze up or something, or did he not?
Yeah, he froze up.
Yeah, okay.
Forgot his training instantly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Because we're throwing a lot of stuff at him.
Oh, for
in
sure.
a short amount of time.
I was just wondering, like, what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, when those guns do that, it's
fast.
When it initially happens, it's kind of scary because you're doing 3 to 6 second or 3 to 6 round bursts, so you're kind of getting the feel for it full auto.
And your brain's
when
got
it
to
locks
process
up.
what's
When it locks
actually
up,
happening.
usually by like rounds 12 to 15, you're like, oh fuck, that's when you start getting in it. You know, like it's a scary feeling. It's a scary feeling when that happens.
They just lay on it, and when they lay on it, well, when that barrel overheats, and you got that daggone receiver
Jacking
overheat,
them back in there.
Yeah, they're just.
it's just gonna keep on firing. It's not gonna stop when you let off the trigger, because now the trigger's stuck.
Right.
It's basically you welded it shut, open. So
Mhm.
now
Everything's hot.
if you get a kid, this particular kid, he was only like 5'3", maybe 140 pounds at the max.
Oh, so that's always making him dance like a pony.
And it's going like this.
Yeah.
And you see him going up and down. He can't stop it.
No.
So my only thing is, okay, do I run to save myself, or do I run towards him, reach down and grab the carrying handle?
Yeah.
I'm 200 pounds. I can handle it.
Yeah.
Break the belt, and if I get a lick in on him, why not? I'd exert myself.
Well, yeah.
I need some type of reward. Remember those streamers? Hey, you do something good, I'm gonna give you a reward.
Right.
I did something.
So bad, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I just saved
Everything
11
reward.
people's lives, so I should be able to daggone,
You
get a
did.
lick in. That's my
Got a freebie
that's my
coming.
reward.
Got a freebie coming.
Exactly. So all you scream snipers in the back, oh, look at him, he beating up privates. Say what you want, man. If you ain't ever wore the uniform, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Just like I'll never forget March 2003. We're out at Wood. We had Wood 1 and Wood 2. That's the qualification ranges at Fort Knox. Both ranges have 16 fire positions. So when you're a drill sergeant, you have to what they call range safety officers. You're going to cover 3 firing positions per drill sergeant. So one drill sergeant has to cover 3 positions. So if you got 16 fire positions, you have to have a minimum, okay, of 6 drill sergeants on the line, plus a range NCO, which would make number 7. That's at a minimum that has to be up there if all 16 firing holes are filled. Now, you start at the far left, you go 1 to 8, and then in between 8 and 9 is the tower, and then 9 to 16. Or, 9 to 16. So you got 8 holes in between the range safety tower. And the range safety guy will give out firing commands. He'll say, all right, privates, at this time, go ahead, secure your M16. Place it on the sandbag and make your adjustments. So that's when they pick the weapon up out of the V stakes on the ground. They'll put them up there. They'll put their LBE over the, get it in, tuck into the nicest, to the shoulders, right? All right, privates, at this time, go ahead and lock and load that first 20-round magazine. They'll take that 20-round, no, not lock and load that first 20-round magazine. So you get two 20-round magazines for a total of 40 rounds for 40 targets. So we'll take that 20-round magazine, tap it on their helmet. The reason why I tap it on their helmet is to make sure all
Seating
the
the
rounds
rounds.
are seated. Then they'll take that round, put it in the magazine well, and they'll slap it up.
Yep.
The next command is privates at this time. Go ahead, lock and load that 20-round magazine and scan your lanes. When you hear scan your lanes, that's when targets will start popping up. So you shouldn't hear any gunfire before scan your lane. Foxhole number 8. I'm working foxhole 6, 7, and 8. Now, 8, right behind 8 is the tower. And the next one over is 9. So I'm standing behind number 7. So that way, if something happens to 6, I can go straight to it. Something happens to 8, I can go straight to it. If something happens to 7, I'm right there. So I'm standing there. I got my range paddle. All right, range safety array on the left. Throw up a white sign, meaning you're good. Red sign means no. So you got this like a ping pong paddle. One side will be white, one side will be red. They call for the left first. Left side of the range. Are you ready? They all threw up the right paddles. Right side of the range. You ready? We threw up our right paddles. All right, privates, at this time, go ahead. Secure that M16. Place it up on the sandbags and make your final adjustments. All the privates do it. I'm watching. All right, privates, at this time, go ahead and take that 20-round magazine and load your weapon. Tap, tap, tap. Put it in the magazine well, slap it up. All right, privates, at this time, lock and load your 20-round magazine, and before he can say scan your lane, foxhole number 8. I'm like, we got an accidental discharge. Now we got a lot of paperwork involved. I'm screaming and cussing at this private. And as I get closer, he's hunched over.
Oh.
He took the barrel of the weapon, put it in his mouth, put it on burst. Put it on burst. Hold on now. He put it on burst and pulled the trigger, which expelled 3 5.56 rounds into the roof of his mouth, not the back of his head.
Oh, shit.
As I got closer, I could see it. And I go from running to walking because I already knew.
Yeah.
So they bring the bird in. They pull him out. Blood's everywhere. They bring in CID. Bring all the investigators in. Apparently, because he was my platoon guide. Now, you're going to have one squad leader per squad. You're going to have total of 4 squads. So you have 4 squad leaders per platoon. You're going to have a platoon guide and an assistant platoon guide. They act like the platoon leader and the platoon sergeant. He was my platoon guide. He was the one in charge of the platoon. Apparently, the night prior to us going to the range, he got a Dear John letter from his girlfriend. And he didn't tell nobody. Now, this guy was top notch. He was physically fit. I mean, he was the first at everything. He was going to be our honor grad. I already knew he was going to graduate honor grad. He got that Dear John letter. He thought there was nothing else to live for.
Damn.
So he took his own life. Now, 2 cycles later, I had a private named Judd, Judd, older guy, about 35, come through. He said, "Drill sergeant." I said, "Yes, private." He said, "Back in March, did y'all have a private kill himself out of one of the qualification ranges?" Private, how you know about that? He said, "Oh, I worked a funeral home in town. I was a morticianist. I'm the one who put him back together.
Oh,
I said, what?
damn,
I said,
Judge.
well, it was a closed casket, though. He said, no, it was open casket. What do you mean it was open casket?
Damn.
He said, you'd be
No
surprised
way.
what we can do.
Damn.
Yeah.
And when I left in 2005, his blood stains were still in that foxhole.
Damn.
Oh, I bet.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's rough.
See, unless you replace them bags, you ain't getting them stains out.
Well, the foxholes are concrete cylinders
Cement.
in the ground.
Oh, yeah. No, you ain't getting rid of that.
Yeah. As much as we bleached it, you can still see the outlines.
Little
of
dark
stains.
stains.
Yeah.
Damn.
So once that happened, I would tell the privates, look, when you get mail, if you get a Dear John letter, you need to tell us. So privates would come. Testing.
You there?
That's you, Loki.
Yeah.
You got an echo.
Oh.
So once the privates would tell us, I would have the platoon. Well, I'd get the letter, right? I said, let me see the letter. I'd read it. I'd be like, you know what, private? Fuck that bitch. She's a hoe. She's nothing but a hoe.
Yeah.
I said,
Faux show.
I go get a trash can. I said, I burn that motherfucker. Right inside the building. I burn that bitch. And then I'd get the rest of the daggone platoon to put him up on his shoulders and chant him around the barrack saying, fuck that bitch. She's nothing but a hoe. Fuck that trick. She's nothing but a hoe.
There you
For
go.
like 30 minutes.
Love it.
And they pump him up. He's like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
You gotta get him off of it. You gotta
Change the
make
mindset.
Exactly.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Just like when you start going to qualification ranges or firing ranges and you start issuing out live ammo, I wouldn't yell at privates during the daytime. Why? They got a lot of fucking rounds.
Yeah.
I'd be their best friend. I cut jokes with them. I start talking shit about other drill sergeants. Man, look at that drill. I bet he's a little punk over there, isn't he? Yeah, drill sergeant, yeah. I wouldn't say shit. As soon as we stop firing those rounds, I'd tear their ass up.
Right.
Because they'll turn on you quick. The crazy ones will.
Damn.
The funniest thing that ever happened to me when I was a drill sergeant was this. We had this thing called RCF at Fort Knox, Regional Correctional Facility. And most training installations has a jail on it. Those jails, military prisons, can only hold you up to 5 years. If you got more than 5 years, you went to Leavenworth. If you got 5 years or less, you went to the federal prison on that installation.
Mm.
Our prison was literally blocks from my house. I could walk out my back door and look right down the road and see the prison. We used to take our screens. You could take your screens for your windows, take them down to the prison. They'll fix them for free.
Damn.
Right? So anytime a private would refuse training or they were disciplinary, we sent them on an RCF tour, like a you know that show
Scared Straight?
Scared Straight?
Yeah.
It's basically like that.
Okay.
So we take them down there and let the inmates scare them. Well, we'd always pick up on a Wednesday. Day 0 is Thursday. Day 1 of actual basic training always started on a Friday. So that Thursday is your free day to try to work on areas that you think that you're going to need to work on. And I always stuck with drill and ceremony. Day 0, I had them jokers out there. They knew how to, by the end of the day, they knew how to march. Okay? Well, we picked them up at 1300 on Wednesday. They wouldn't get to bed till about 11 o'clock that first night. Lights would come on at 5 a.m. So they only get about 5-6 hours of sleep. And we tell them, privates, you cannot sleep in your uniform. You only authorized sleepwear is your PTs, your PT shirt and shorts, or PT shirt and your sweat bottoms. You can't sleep in your BDUs, your actual fatigues. Because what a lot of privates would do is they want to be able to sleep into the very last second and then jump up and they're ready to go. Well, that's unhealthy because you sweat a lot in your sleep. A lot of people don't realize it, but you do. So we had this kid named Private Ben from Brooklyn, New York. He was a black guy. And he was racist. He hated white people. Okay? So me and my battle, Drill Sergeant, I'm not going to say his last name. We'll just say Drill Sergeant X. Okay? He's 6'7". He's a Delta, 19 Delta. He was a scout. I was a 19 kilo. I was a tanker. We worked together on the battlefield. The philosophy is when scouts and tankers worked together, scouts would find them, tankers would fuck them, meaning the enemy. Right? So every cycle, soon as we dag on, the intercom will come on and say, "Get up, Alpha coming. Get up, get up, get up. Alpha coming. Lights on, get up, get up, get up." As soon as you hear that very first day, the all shock, all effect, we swing those daggone doors open, throw a trash can down the middle of the bay, because we have 48-man bays. And Drill Sergeant X would go to the right, I would go to the left. The very first bottom buck we come to, we'd flip it. Just for the shock effect, right? Well, I went to the left. Who did I have? Private Ben. The racist. Well, when I flipped him, he was still in his uniform. He slept in his uniform when he was told not to. He comes up, "You white bleepity bleep," and he just starts cussing me out. Now, I got 65 privates, 64 other privates there. So if I don't do nothing and I don't react to him, I now lost my power base, because all the privates are gonna be like, "Oh, he's a punk. We ain't got to listen to him. He ain't gonna do nothing," right?
Yeah.
So Drill Sergeant X comes up from behind, puts him in a rear naked chokehold.
Oh, no,
chokes him out. We take him down to the drill sergeant's office, and we have a conversation with him. When he comes out of the drill sergeant's office, he had snot running out of his nose. And we took him downstairs and sat at the CQ desk to answer phones. So when he's sitting at the CQ desk, the wall directly in front of him, which is literally about 8 feet away, had all the chain of command pictures, like First Sergeant, Company Commander, Sergeant Majors, Battalion Commanders, Battalion Sergeant Major, Brigade Sergeant Majors, Brigade Commanders, Post Sergeant Major, Post Commander, the chaplain, all the high-ranking officials was listed. Pictures were on the board and what their name was and their title. And that way, when they came into the building, the privates knew there was instructions. Hey, when a sergeant major comes in, you call the company to at ease. When an officer comes in, you call him to attention. So here comes my battalion sergeant major. He walks in, private bed. Sergeant major comes in, private. First of all, you lift your head up and be aware of your surroundings. He said, "Do you see my picture on that wall?" "Yeah." "How about yes, Sergeant Major?" "Yeah." "Did you not get instructions when somebody on this wall comes in what you're supposed to do?" "And?" "How about Sergeant Major?"
That was getting deep.
What was this dude, drafted or something? What the hell is his problem? So was this dude drafted?
He had an attitude, right? So then he said, "Private, stand up." "Fuck you."
Yikes.
"How about fuck you, Sergeant Major?" "Fuck you." So I hear, "Drill Sergeant." I stick my head right in the corner. "Yes, Sergeant Major. I want an RCF tour and I want it now. Call the MPs." That's Sergeant Major. Call the MPs. "Hey, we got a private over here being disorderly. Sergeant Major wants a RCF tour. Can we get a squad car? Come pick him up. Roger that, on our way. So he's still sitting at the CQ desk. Sergeant Major comes up to me and says, why is that private crying? So I told him what happened. He said, I said, well, you want the official answer or you want my answer? Both. I told him. He said, okay, we're going to go with the official answer. Roger that. MP show up. I have to escort him over to the RCF. So I get in my vehicle and I follow the squad car over there. And when we get there, as soon as they get him in there, they put him against the wall. They pat him down, just like an inmate. And they're not gentle either. I mean, they throw him around. So we go into this room. It's literally about a 6 foot by 9 foot room. And there's a table about the size of a card table. And there's 3 chairs. 1 on one side and 2 on the other side. So Private Ben sits down. We put him in the chair that has the 2 chairs. So he's sitting at the table. I'm sitting behind him. Now, the purpose for me to sit behind him, if he goes after an inmate, I'm supposed to restrain him, right? Because if he touches the inmate's going to snap on him, and they don't want that. Right. So we're in this daggone room, and I've never seen anything so humongous in my life walk through that door. This dude had to stay about 5'7", but he was 5'7" all the way around, and he was Samoan, and he was straight muscle.
Oh boy,
his biceps were bigger than my waist. I mean, no bullshit. This dude was humongous.
Made the mistake of picking a fight with a Samoan in a bar.
So when he walked, his arms were like this.
Yeah,
literally. He could not put him down to the side.
He had a hard time wiping.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So he sat down, and when he sat down, he had his hands crossed like this. And he just sat there. And he said to him, he says, in the most softest voice I ever heard, he said, Private Ben. Ben didn't say that. He said, Private Ben. What? You like baseball? What? Do you like baseball? Yeah, motherfucker, I like baseball. Why? I said, well, you'll like it here because we play baseball on Mondays. Man, fuck you. If I come up with this bitch, I'll run this joint. I've been to daggone Rikers Island. I ain't scared of none of you bitches around. And he just starts cussing this guy out for a good 5 minutes. I mean, just straight every MF this and MF that and GD this and GD that. For 5 minutes straight, he just goes straight beast mode on this inmate. Inmate doesn't flinch, doesn't say a word. He just lets him rant. Once he got done, he said, Private Ben, you like basketball? What? Do you like basketball? Yeah, motherfucker, why? Well, you like it here because we play basketball on Tuesday. And once again, and I run this joint, blah, 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 you a bitch, you a hoe. I mean, he just straight cusses this guy out for another 5 minutes. Inmate doesn't move, doesn't say anything, doesn't do nothing. Doesn't get mad, he just sits there. 5 minutes later, after his rant was done, he looked at me and said, all right, Ben, you like football? What? Do you like football? Yeah, motherfucker, why you keep asking me these stupid ass questions? He said, you'll like it here on Wednesdays because we play football on Wednesdays. And once again, he goes into another 5 minute rant. Once that 5 minutes rants were up, the inmate just lowered his head, took a deep breath, and when he exhaled, he went, come up like that. He had this look on his face. It changed. I don't know what it was. He reached across the table, grabs him by his collar, pulls him in real close. He says, hey, motherfucker, you like to suck dick? Huh? You like to suck dick? Hell no. And you ain't gonna like Thursdays.
Oh,
I
damn.
couldn't believe he said that.
Right?
He said, "Get your bum ass up. I'm gonna walk you through the yard. I'm gonna pull my pocket out. You gonna hold on my rabbit ears. And if somebody wants to buy you for a pack of squares, I'm gonna sell your ass to him." I was like, "Oh
Trained this
shit,
bitch.
this got real quick." He's like, "Drill sergeant." I said, "Nah, player.
Oh,
Remember, you a bad
You
man,
gonna
but
run this place.
handle
You know
your
that
business."
stuff,
They
Show
take this
me.
dude. They take him through the yard, pull his pocket out. He's holding on.
Oh man.
They strip him down to his boxers
Oh shit.
and put him in what they call the can't get right chair. Basically, the wheelchair with like a bedpan in it. They put a spit bag on him and they strapped his arms down and put him in a cell. And then every inmate came by and started catcalling him, tell him what they were going to do to him that night once the lights were out. So around
Oh.
1700 came along, which is 5 p.m. for you civilians. I went up to the NCOI. I said, "All right, sir, I said, I need my private. I got to head back to the barracks." He said, "Sergeant Major." He said, "Negative, drill sergeant. He's staying." I said, "Excuse me?" Because we ain't never let nobody stay in there. Hey. You weren't there. You don't know. I said, "They don't stay tonight, Sergeant." He's like, "Oh, we already got authorization. Call you Sergeant Major." So I called my Sergeant Major. I said, "Sergeant Major, they're telling me that Private Ben's staying." He's like, "Yep. You'll pick him up in the morning."
Damn.
I said, "All right, Sergeant Major, you sure?" He's like, "You'll pick him up in the morning, 6 a.m.
Oh.
Roger that. 06 rolled around. I rolled up to that prison. Boy, when he came out, oh, he had a different tune.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
"I'm sorry, Drill Sergeant. Please, Drill Sergeant. Please take me out of here.
Y'all never do that shit again.
Molly!" Hold on for a second.
Yeah, you did.
Stop.
Say, Molly want a treat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said, "Private, why would I let you back in the platoon?" "Molly!"
She's like, yeah, he's probably sitting back down by now.
He goes, I said, "In order for me to let you come back in the platoon, you have to tell every private in the platoon what you went through here today. And you got to publicly apologize, not to me, not only to me, but Drill Sergeant X and the rest of the platoon. Do you understand? And you better not leave out one detail." "Yes, Drill Sergeant." Went in there. I had all the privates total line. He came in there, snot rolling out of his nose, told the story. Took him about an hour to get through it. And I was sitting there going, "Damn, I feel bad for this kid." And do you know that he graduated as honor grad?
That don't surprise me.
That changed
Oh.
his
Did
life.
you not?
Changed his life.
You gonna love Thursdays.
You're gonna love
Yeah.
Thursdays.
You
Thursday.
ain't gonna like Thursdays.
Oh,
Man, when he said that shit, I about fell out my damn chair. I
oh, I
like,
know. I would have.
did this motherfucker just say that? It scared the shit out of me, but it was funny at the same time.
Right.
I was like, you got to be shitting me. Did he really just say that?
Oh, just learned you don't want that post on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Thursday's gonna be one hell of a day.
Hell yeah. A whole lot of dick sucking going on.
Oh.
A lot of wiener first, actually.
Talking about just the tip, you know, getting the whole shebang.
Yeah, you ain't taking just a tip. You taking it all.
Are you getting several tips?
Yeah. It's a lot of pockets.
But anytime we had privates that didn't want to train or they were like straight disciplinary all the time, we take them down there, man. Usually about 3 hours, like that. But this
Fixed.
kid, they kept him overnight. He was the first one in 3.5 years I've ever seen stay overnight.
Damn.
Like I said, he ended up graduating undergrad. And when his daddy showed up, his dad said, "Look, I don't know what y'all did to him, but thank you." He said, "But I could not control him. He was an asshole. He was a straight up punk." He said, "I wanted him to go to prison. That's how fed up I was." I said, well, wish may have come true, but I believe he's fixed.
Yeah.
And
a Samoan has say so in that.
over the years, that same person found me on Facebook, and I'll get a message from him about once a year. Let me know what he's doing, and he ended up retiring as Sergeant First Class. So
Nice.
Nice. Does he still hate Thursdays or no?
I bet he does. Thursdays are playing.
he gets nervous on Thursdays.
He got Thursdays PTSD.
Yeah, he don't leave the house on Thursday.
Oh,
nah.
That's great though. That's
he don't
always
mind
good to hear.
Monday, so
Now
it's always good to hear stories like that where people have a big change.
Now, by me telling that story, I guarantee somebody's sniping this and be like, "Oh, see how they treated, see what he did to soldiers." You're not looking at the whole picture.
Yeah. You look at the whole thing.
yeah.
Well, and also too, unless you served, you don't understand.
No.
You know, like as much as you can say you do, you don't.
Nope. And no disrespect to anybody who's never served, but don't judge me for the things I may have said that you may find offensive.
Right.
Because my whole argument through my whole career, the enemy don't give two shits about your feelings.
Exactly.
Nope.
Okay. So if it offends you that I called you a cocksucker or a motherfucker, you think the Taliban cares about that? They're gonna cut your fucking head off.
Film it. Put it on YouTube.
Put it on the tube.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Be your most viewed video. Sorry, that was me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I agree, Casey. I think everybody should join the military.
Yeah.
Men and women.
I've
This is
never
what I
served.
think.
I don't think the army though. I think just the military in general.
Yeah, the military in general. I think everybody at the age of 18, I don't care what your background is. I don't care
2
who
years
your
service, just
family.
like Sweden.
I don't care who your family member is. No, not 2 years. 4.
Oh, he's saying
Oh,
the whole
full tour.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I don't care if you're come from the richest family or the poorest family. If everybody at the age of 18, that means you can't go to college at 18. You got to do 4 years. And the reason why, I guarantee you, we would be in less military conflict, because when we start getting in those military conflicts and those politicians start deploying us, it's going to affect them as well. Because now they're going to deploy their kids or their grandkids or their nieces or nephews.
Right.
And they'll be less likely to start shit up.
I don't
Well,
want
Joe
no
Biden didn't
Jimmy-
care. Joe
I don't-
Biden didn't care at all.
That's true. And it'll teach them discipline, right?
True.
Yeah.
So there'll be less crime when they get out. Not saying that everybody's going to be that way, but the crime rate would come down.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Then after
If we
4
want-
years, your obligation's done. If you want to go to college, go to college. If you want to go join the play a sport, you're 22. That's still young.
Right.
Yep. And for men, that's not even prime. So
I'll be right back.
Oh, Casey, you didn't know Joe Biden's son died in the military. Not
He's old.
Hunter, the other one. His oldest son. No.
yeah,
Obviously, he
got-
wasn't the one that necessarily sent us to war, but he was a senator.
Right.
when all that was going down. So,
Yeah.
but I think he's right though. Like if everybody that was in the Senate and Congress, you know, they had
If
their
kids had to
children,
go
their
too,
nieces, their nephews, their sisters, brothers, all in the service, they wouldn't be so quick to throwing all of us into war.
this is true. I agree with that.
So sometimes
Hey,
you can solve the same thing by just, you know, stop trading with these countries. You don't have to go throw bombs at them.
That's it.
Yeah.
I
Well, and
agree
like
with that.
Tim was saying, it would help cut down crime because most of the kids that start getting in trouble, that 18 to 22 period is like the hot spot.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
As they so remove the problem.
The military did me good for sure. I mean, I grew up in Tacoma, so if I didn't join the military, I probably wouldn't be around today, to be honest. So it did me good.
Well, that's
You know.
good. Well, I hate to do it, but I gotta jump out here and get a little nap in before my kids wake up.
All right, Camo.
Hey, listen, Lori apparently went to sleep. It's 3:00. I gotta get some sleep, guys. I gotta get
Yeah,
off
I do
here.
too. I was just
That's
sitting
all
there.
good. We were just about ready to call it up too.
But I appreciate everybody
Yes,
allowing me
sir.
to come up and talk.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what time y'all supposed to go to live tomorrow for the drawing.
I think it's like I think it's like 8 or 9, something like that.
Yeah, it was early. I know it was earlier.
Oh, it was early.
I know it was earlier, but
Whose channel?
I believe it's Lori's.
Lori's, I believe.
All right. It's either gonna be on this channel or my channel. I don't know yet.
Okay.
But I'll have to get with her and find out. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end
Keep
this
us posted
off.
on how she's feeling.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody coming out. Y'all know the deal. Stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. Have a good night.
Hey, much
Peace
love.